right. What up? Let me see if this is working. Let me see if this is going down. All right, what up, people? This looks like it's working. It looks like it's going down. I always got to take a few minutes because I just want to make sure this shit is on point. You feel me? So it looks like everything is on point. All right, what's going on, people? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I want to talk about how to read women and how to know if a chick is, feeling you, if she's trying to have sex with you, if she wants to make shit go down, right? Before we get into all that, make sure you guys click the link below to get How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day, the book. You can get the hard copy or the ebook. You feel me? So make sure you definitely get that. Also, make sure you guys join the Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario. Also, make sure that you go to Bad Boy membership so you can join the Bad Boy membership. All right. So today I'm gonna be talking about how to get chicks or how to read women, right? And this is the thing that a lot of guys have trouble with. You understand, when it comes to the game, because a lot of dudes, what happens is that they interact with women, but they don't know how to read the chick. And what I mean by reading her, I mean understanding, what she is thinking or maybe feeling towards you. You understand? So a lot of dudes don't understand. They don't know how to do that. They don't know how to interact with women when it comes to doing that type of shit. Well, let me try to refresh this chat thing. Make sure everything is good. Let me try to refresh the chat. Hold on 1 second. Let me refresh the pop out chat. Hold on, where is this? Alright. We are good. Alright. So the thing is this, man. Dudes don't, they don't know how to read women. They don't know how to understand, what a chick is feeling when they are interacting with her, right? And now, the easiest way to do this is this, right? What you should do when you are trying to read women, right, is that you have to make sure, and I talk about this all the time, you got to make sure that you're flirting and that you're building sexual tension. You understand? It's really that simple. You got to make sure that you're flirting and you're building sexual tension, because what you're going to do is you're going to see her response based off of you doing that. You understand? So the thing is that once you're doing that, you'll see if she's responding positively to it or if she's responding negatively to it, right? And if she's responding negatively to it, that should tell you, okay, this chick isn't really feeling this right now. If she's responding positively to it, then you see that she's feeling it. So you're able to read her responses and read her body language. You understand? So the thing is, it's a combination of you reading, how she's responding to you verbally, and then also reading how she's responding to you as far as, her body language. You feel what I'm saying? And so what happens is that a lot of dudes don't really understand, reading the body language, or they don't really understand first how to build sexual tension or flirt. So then they never really understand if a chick is feeling them or not. Right? So sometimes dudes, they be dealing with chicks, and then what happens is that they end up, fucking with a chick who is not even into them, or they're trying to talk to a girl who's not into them at all. You see what I'm saying? And then what happens is that they're talking to this chick who is not really feeling them, and then they try to make something happen, and nothing ever happens because they didn't know how to read the room. You feel what I'm saying? Or they didn't know how to read the chick. And reading the room also is some other shit that I gotta get into. You feel what I'm saying? Damn, it's fucking hot as shit. Hold on, I gotta turn this fan more to me because this shit is crazy. Hold on, give me a second. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, I'm back. Shit. It's fucking hot as hell up in this bitch. And it's fucking, it's still hot as hell. It feels like summertime and it's fucking October in New York City where I'm at right now. What up, Cameron? What's going on? But yeah, so it's really about you knowing how to read the body language and knowing how to interpret what she's saying or her, responses based off of what you are saying to her. You understand? And so the thing is this, right? A lot of guys, they get into small talk it's like too much small talk, I should say. And then when you get into too much small talk, you're not really pushing the envelope to flirting and building sexual tension. So then therefore, if you're not building that sexual tension, there's no way to really read or understand if the chick is feeling you. You feel what I'm saying? And then so therefore you end up, trying to make something happen with a chick and you'll get rejected, or the chick is like being standoffish and you're wondering why, and the reason why is because you weren't, paying attention to the body language, and you weren't paying attention to how she's responding to you, and also you weren't, having any flirtatious interactions with her, or you weren't building any sexual tension. You feel what I'm saying? So, that type of shit, it fucks up the whole situation. But let me, give me a second. I gotta put this shit on Facebook. My joint is acting up like crazy right now. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me try to put this shit on the Facebook. Alright. Hold on 1 second. But yeah, that's what happens with a lot of dudes. They don't know how to build the sexual tension. And then since they don't know how to build the sexual tension, they don't know, they really aren't making shit happen in the situation. And then they can't fucking read anything when it comes to the chick. You feel me? So hold on 1 second. Alright. My computer's acting crazy. So I'm going to make sure I got everything tight. Alright, let me log out of that. Let me continue with that. Alright, I think we're good. Yeah, so the thing is this, when you guys are out here, right, what's going to make it easier for you to actually get chicks and get things going and to see if a girl likes you is you got to flirt, build that sexual tension, and be able to read the situation. And the thing is, what a lot of guys, ignore is body language. You feel what I'm saying? Because body language is going to tell you a lot about if the girl is feeling you or not. And I remember I was talking about this one other time too, where I said that, if you are, what you can do is, let's say for example, you're talking to a girl at a party, right? And if you are, let's say, close to her, like you're real close to her, you're talking to her. As you're talking to her, what you want to do is you want to take a few steps back, but not make it obvious. You understand? You want to take a few steps back and then see if she, and while you're talking to her, take a few steps back, right? Well, the calling number is 646-481-3901. So take a few steps back as you're talking to her and see if she, gets closer to you as you stepping back. You understand? Because if she's starting to get closer to you as you're moving back, that's showing interest. You understand? So let's say you're just talking to her, so blah, 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 and as you're this close to her, and then you're still talking, and you just sort of like, get a little bit further. You understand? Now if she starts coming closer to you, right? as you keep doing this, then it's showing that she's interested. That's a certain little things when it comes to body language that you got to understand, right? If you are flirting with her and she's close to you, and let's say you grab her hand, you touch her hand, and she lets you hold it, and she doesn't move it, she's not doing this, she's not moving away, that's you reading the situation and reading her and seeing that she's interested. You feel what I'm saying? LLV63 said, what are some positive body language signs? So one positive body language sign, right, is if you are talking to a girl, and like I was saying earlier, you're talking to a girl, and if you touch her, let's say you touch her hand, or let's say you got your arm around her waist or whatever, and if she, doesn't move it, and she moves in closer to you, that's a positive body language sign. You understand? Because she's coming into you. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, what up, man? It's Carlos Locario. I got a question for you.
What up? Where you from? Let the people.
And I'm down in GA.
Okay, that's what's up. So what's going on with you?
Hey, man, I got a question. It's actually something I experienced tonight, though, man.
Right.
I've had these up and down seasons with the women. Mm-hmm. And it's the weirdest thing in the world, man, because you were so right about you can be looking nice and be fresh and all that stuff and even smelling good. And to some women, like, you'll see them walking up the street with a dirty-looking dude, and you'll be like, what the hell?
Right.
But, you know, back to what I was going to ask you, man. Like, I ran across this little chick tonight, right? Mm-hmm. And I threw my number because I don't no longer take theirs. I'll be trying to avoid the tension, or maybe you can help me figure it out.
Right.
So I gave her mine, and I'm leaving the situation or whatever. She walked away, and she just like, yo, I'm gonna text you. I didn't ask her to do it, but she did on her own. Like, I'm gonna text you my number. So she texts me the number, and I get into the crib. So I try to call her.
Right.
Or whatever. I just called her once, no answer. So what I did was I just shot her a text and said, hey, this is such and such. Hit me up, when you get this message. Other than that, it was nice meeting you.
Right.
And I kind of left it at that. And I erased her number out. What do you think it is? Like, okay, a situation like that, you're not sweating them, and they got the ball in their court where they can just walk away and not put it in there, but they call you on the spot anywhere they do it. Do you think that's just like some straight up attention horse stuff? Like, I don't get the point in that right now. Now I can see if she pretended to take it and walk away and leave it alone, but to actually dial it or actually, give the person your number when they weren't sweating you to do that.
Right.
Like, what do you think? What's the purpose behind it? But then you still want to ignore and kind of try to play the game with.
Right. Well,
what do you think that's about?
Well, the thing is a few things. One, the girls, of course, could be attention whores. Is one thing. Two, you got to understand that a lot of times chicks will do things in the moment. You understand? And then once the moment is gone, it's it doesn't even matter. See, like, for example, like, you gotta understand something. It's different between men and women. For us, we're usually doing things for a specific outcome, a specific purpose. You understand? And we're like, we're it's A to B. We're trying to get from A to B, and we're gonna try to get from the A to the B, and then that's it. You feel what I'm saying? That was the goal, is to get to the B, right? For chicks, it's not necessarily like that. Meaning, so a girl, she'll get your information, and within that moment, it was like, oh, cool, yeah, you seem cool, everything's cool, I'm feeling you, blah, 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 let me get the number and all the other stuff. Now, after the moment is done and after everything is over, right, now she's in a situation where, whatever else is happening in her life, or she came home and thought about something else and she forgot she got to do something, whatever. So now that feeling that she had is dissipated sometimes. So that's why sometimes you get to give the girl your number. She'll put the number in the phone, do all that other shit, make it seem as if she's doing it because you're thinking, well, she's actually putting a number in the phone, so that means she's interested. That means she cares to actually hit me up and all this other stuff. And then all of a sudden you find out that she don't, because they don't follow through like how we follow through. You understand? So their whole fucking existence is based off of how they're gonna feel in the moment. You understand? But the way we think, we're doing things for a particular reason to follow through on it. You see what I mean? So it's a whole different thing, which is why it's hard for guys to understand. So if we're thinking if we got the number, we're getting the number specifically because we want to call you there to actually see you again. You understand? The girl is thinking, oh, I'm getting the number now and I'm taking this number down because I'm having fun right now in this moment, and it's fun getting this attention in this moment, and it's an interesting and fun thing to do in this moment. But that doesn't necessarily mean that later on she's going to she's going to follow through with that, because women, they don't follow through, or they don't technically stick to what they said they were going to do. You understand? It all depends on if they feel like it at the moment. So a girl could say, yeah, I'll call you, but when you text her and you say, hey, give me a call back, if she doesn't feel like it at the moment, or she doesn't feel like doing it because of whatever reason, she's not going to do it. Even though she said she was, even though she knew she took the number. You see what I'm saying? Like, so this is why a lot of times you get so many flakes and so many girls who, fall off, because a lot of times what happens is that girl doesn't feel like it. Usually the girls who follow through, or the girls who end up calling you back or hitting you back, is because the feeling that they get from you lasts over time when they're interacting with you. You understand what I'm saying? When you see what I mean?
I get it.
Right. And then so in other situations it doesn't last.
I was gonna say, because I had situations before, and it's the weirdest thing ever, like, because it kind of throws me off, and I know I'm kind of like, my conversation's interesting, but like when you run into females like that, it have you, and that's always good to do what I consider self-evaluation. Right. I don't believe in just always looking at women and saying they're this way or whatever. Sometimes you got to look at yourself in the mirror. But what I do is I've also compared it to other situations when I'm gonna say I'll probably smashed like 80-something, 70-something, or maybe 90-something by now women over time, throughout my lifetime. So what I do is when I meet these other chicks, I compare it to, them to these situations. And I didn't do, except I'm a little older now, my conversations are a little bit more mature, I didn't do too much differently. My dress style hasn't changed too much differently. My style of liking to smell good and all that didn't change too much differently. So I be trying to look at it from a different perspective. Like I was hearing one person was telling me, they think also what may have something to do with it, and I'm going to ask you this, do you think it could be like, let's say, the class of women that you're approaching? Because let's say I might have approached a chick, and she might have looked decent or whatever it is, but I didn't know. She might have been a hood chick, or she might have been a little dumb, a low-key ratchet on the low, so of course they're going to respond to things differently, or they're not going to be the most mature when it comes to things. So do you think, I know all women got that little emotional crap that they got going on in their mind, but do you think it also has something to do with the class of women that a man might be approaching that we don't know, that we're dealing with at the moment, the reading that some of us sometimes may run across that childish behavior out of them?
Right. Well, yeah.
The thing,
No, because what I was gonna say is the thing about it is, depending on like you said, like a different class of women or a different type of chick. You understand? She's going to respond differently, but also too, you got to understand, and this is something that you might not necessarily be able to pinpoint or even know, is that depending on a woman's like history and how she's been brought up and how she's been raised, and and just all of that type of stuff will also have an impact on how she responds to you. You see what I'm saying? So like you were saying, it could be a class thing, it could be a a culture thing, all this other stuff that will determine how she's going to actually act and react. You understand? But at the end of the day, though, right? You still got to understand that even if a chick, you could be fucking with a hood rat, or you could be fucking with a chick who graduated from Harvard and whatever. You understand what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they're all still females. You feel what I'm saying? They're all still women, so they're still gonna have that sort of that energy of flakiness, or sort of that energy of indecisiveness. You understand what I'm saying? Generally, you see what I mean? So the thing is that you're gonna have more women. You're gonna have certain women who are a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like that could follow through a little bit better than others. But generally, they still have that energy. It's almost like, like when you watch Family Guy and you see the baby Stewie, where he's smart and shit, and he does all this he invents all this stuff. But in certain scenes, you see him still have the characteristics of a baby because he's still a baby. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he might cry about some shit, he might be, whatever, because he's still a fucking baby. So it's the same thing with women. You got a woman who's on some classy shit, or you got a woman on some hood rat shit, and they might do or react different ways, but at the end of the day, they still chicks. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't really be surprised, you know what I'm saying, when some crazy shit happen, you know what I mean? Or they start acting all foolish.
Okay, I kind of get it more now, because it kind of be frustrating, like, sometimes, like, because, like, I'm looking at this situation, like, sometimes I don't even think it's always the guy, you know what I'm saying, the situation, because I was looking at it, I was like, well, sometime lately, maybe it's probably been me, but then I looked at it, I said, I responded to them, I approached them correctly, respectfully, and real chill. I wasn't thirsty, I'm well put together.
Right.
I smell good, you know what I'm saying? I don't get what I could possibly have done to be running into these childish type women, but you know what I'm saying? That, like, a situation like that, to have a person like all the way throw it off with it, because it's like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm running into them, and it's, they like, their mind is all silly or something. Like, I don't know, maybe I should, like, just start back, like, dealing with older women, and definitely now, since I know, like, I've gone out there and I've just started, like, giving them my number and keeping it moving, they'll even, like I said, like, they'll get to the point now where they'll go ahead and hit your line. You didn't tell them to do it. They'll put their number in your phone, text you right then and there, or whatever it is, knowing they're not trying to interact, you know what I'm saying, later on. That's the part I was looking at, like, well, okay, well, if I was a chick, if the person give me the number, even if I'm standing there pretending with him, I would probably, the most I would do, I probably would pretend to put it in my phone, or maybe I will put it in my phone, but I wouldn't text your number. I wouldn't dial your number so you can have my number, because when I'm away from you, I ain't got to deal with you again. That's the part I was trying to understand about them. I'm like, that's the most retarded thing ever. I'm like, you really, at that point, I look at it like, you're really you really want me to contact you, but you want to see me sweating you or something. Like, I don't.
Right, and that's why
calling or something.
Right, and that's why you got to play the numbers game, because, like, I did a video earlier about this where I was saying that, a woman who really feels you, or she's really feeling you, she's gonna make this shit easy. You understand, or easy to the point where you're not gonna be doing all running around and all this other goofy shit. You understand? But so that's why you got to sort of play the numbers game, because you have to meet enough women to where you run into the ones who are extremely cooperative because they're feeling you like that. You understand? There's going to be so many women that you deal with who are going to be on some bullshit. You understand? There's going to be a lot of women who you deal with who you could have gotten her number or gave her the number and she could have been an attention whore, and this is why nothing is falling through. Or she could have some boyfriend, which is why she's not getting back to you. Or she's like in love with her ex and she's trying to get back with him, which is why she's all over the place, not really trying to make nothing happen. And you got to understand something with women, they're not going to, like, it's like women are their own worst enemy. Meaning, because I coach women also, and the thing that I noticed about women is that there will be things laid out on the table for them. Because you always hear women say, it's hard for me to find a man or whatever, right? And you're thinking, how the fuck is it hard for you to find a man? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, you're like, how the fuck is it hard for you to find a man when you got, like, dudes trying to holler at you all day? You got dudes online that's trying to hit you up on these online dating sites. You got dudes in the street trying to holler at you. You go to a club or a bar or a party, some dude's trying to buy you a drink, some dude's trying to holler at you. And now I can understand you saying, well, I run into a few guys that's not my type, but at the same time, if you have within a week,
be more honest.
Yeah, right, exactly. And that too. If they're not your type, then hey, listen, stop playing games with them and do all this other shit. But they do this because they still like the attention, even if the guy they're not, even if they're not into the guy. But also at the same time, what happens is that they're still looking for the perfect type of dude. So what happens is you get her, or you give her your number, right? She's getting your number because she's like, okay, he seems good enough. He seems cool enough, right? But you're still not her perfect type. You understand? So therefore, that could be another reason why she gets the number, but she doesn't really follow through because she's looking at you like, well, he's just another guy that's, that I'm gonna have on the side, or just some guy that gave me his number. Is not to me as the woman, he's nothing special because I'm still looking for that 6'5" guy who is who's making $200,000 a year. You understand what I'm saying? And then that's
Yeah.
the shit that fucks everything up. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a lot of crazy shit that goes in.
Dude, I see what you're saying now, man, because it helped me have like a better understanding. And yeah, you were right about the numbers game out there, because I was doing it at one point too. That's how I got a chance to meet the 70, 80 some women that I did smash. I was out there, campaigning heavily, and I would, every day, literally every day holler at them, holler at different amounts or whatever it is. And yeah, I noticed, like, even for years, like, chicks have been doing this for years. Like, now it's to the point where, like I said, you try to give them the digits and leave it alone, and they will still force their number into your device,
right,
so that they can get that attention. But like me, luckily for me, I'm not a simp or none of that, so I don't call them more than once, or I don't text them more than once, or nothing like that. And but like what I've noticed, what I can say, because I got cards now that I pass out and give to them,
right,
unless I feel like giving them my little sign number. I've noticed the card that I give to them,
right,
it stops them from playing games so much. I guess, like, okay, the reason I say that is because let's say I'm handing you a card, right, and let's say you wasn't totally feeling it anyway,
right,
even though it's not a lot to do, you're not even going to even go to the extra mile of putting that card number in your phone, or texting me, looking at that card and texting me right then and there, because you got the card, you can just kind of put it in your pocket and throw it away.
right.
And I noticed, like, okay, that's good too, because I can give them that. And, even though they standing here pretending, I can make my conversation quick with them, get them a card, get them out my face, and go talk to somebody else and get them a card and get them out my face, versus I notice now when I recite a sideline number for them, they'll go ahead and put that number in, but they also will text my phone very quickly, knowing that they're not serious about nothing.
Right, right.
So I think I might just, what do you suggest I just stick with giving them the card, or I can continue to give them the sideline number like I kind of recite? But I think the card kind of at least eliminate them bullshit around with their number and stuff.
Right, yeah, that's not. You can still keep giving them the card and telling them to hit you up and all this other stuff. But the thing is, don't get so caught up in trying to worry about or wonder why the chick is not hitting you back, because a lot of there's so many different reasons. Like you could be here all day coming up with all the different reasons as to why. But the point is that she doesn't, like, it's crazy, because her desire to fuck with you, right, has to be stronger than any other reasons for her not to fuck with you. You understand? And so if the desire isn't as strong, then she's not gonna fuck with you. She's not gonna call you. She's gonna be like, whatever. You understand? And again, like I was saying before, is that sometimes it's just the mood they're in at the moment, which is why they do it. Or it could be some attention whore shit. Or, like I was saying before, is that you're not the ideal type for that girl. You understand? And so this is why, because you got to understand something. You got to think about it from their perspective. Let's say you're a chick, and you're like, and you get bombarded by dudes all the time with numbers, dudes hitting you up, dudes trying to holler at you, all this other stuff, right? But in your mind, and this is how they think. They think that just because a whole bunch of dudes is hollering at them, they think they're more desirable than they really are. Do you understand what I'm saying? But
I was just getting ready to say that, because right. I swear the chick I hollered at tonight, I only wanted to smash her.
Right, exactly.
Like most of them.
Exactly.
I didn't want to date them. I just wanted to only,
Right. Right. And so that happens, and then so what happens is that they get a sense of entitlement, and then that sense of entitlement makes them think that they all, not just some of them, but most of them think that they can get like the top-notch dude. So they're all thinking about getting that high quality, that top-notch, dude that, what I'm saying, like they want the super tall, good-looking Idris Elba making a whole bunch of money type of dude. Like that's their dream ideal shit. You feel what I'm saying? And so
they don't know the real reason why but guys are actually approaching them to begin with.
Right. And so,
because I swear, if some of them knew the reason I approached, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think some probably told me, like somebody else told me, said some of these women probably think you're too good. Because one chick, I approached her the other day, and she was shocked that I approached her. But I ain't even gonna lie, I approached her too because I looked at her and said she's an easy target. I just want whatever, and I don't really like some of them. like that. I just want what I want.
Right.
And I don't know if maybe some of them feel that vibe from me. Maybe some of them feel it. Or like you said, you know, some of them probably really think because they look a certain way in the back or whatever it is, and certain guys approach them, they probably think like, dang, these guys want me. I actually got options. But I'll probably tell anyone, you always got sexual options. But
right, exactly.
Getting somebody worthwhile that actually want to be with you, that's a different thing.
Right.
Women always got more sexual options than what I've observed. They got more sexual options than us.
Right.
You know, she don't even have to be the best woman. She don't even have to look that good in the face.
Right.
If we can hit it on the low at night and don't nobody know about it, we'll do that. You know,
but you know what it is too.
But that's what really get me off guard too. But I see what you're saying about that little ego.
Right.
Kind of go out of line when they have different guys approaching them, and maybe some of them. The reason why some of us are talking to them, and maybe some of them really haven't figured out. Okay, I know why these guys are only talking to me. They don't. You know, they ain't really feeling me. They just want to, you know, get their rocks off.
Right, but also, you know what it is too. It's almost the same thing when you look at it on the flip side. Meaning, like, see, like just like you said, you was like, yo, I just wanted to smash, right? And so sometimes what happens is, you know, for the difference between us and the women is that what the woman is looking for, she's looking for the ideal guy before she actually, you know, the ideal guy for her, or even close to the ideal guy for her, before she actually bothers to really, you know, make anything happen. So this is why, you know, she'll get dudes' numbers or whatever, but she never really does anything, right? But for us, right, if we're thinking about the ideal chick for us, or our, you know, like the girl who we would think is the shit to us, you understand? We don't see that all the time, or we don't run into her all the time. So what we do is we'll get a girl who we think is fuckable, you feel what I'm saying, and we'll mess with her. You see what I mean? But the thing is, but that's not our first choice. We would rather like the really hot 10 chick who's like the baddest chick we ever saw, right? So it's almost like the same thing, meaning that we're fucking the girls and then we're kicking them to the curb. The girls are kicking us to the curb without having to fuck us. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's the same. You see what I'm saying? It's the same shit. You know what I mean? So it's basically the same type of thing. So what happens is that you talk to a girl.
They basically just shut it down before they can go further.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
They basically they shut it down.
And we shut it down after we hit. You feel what I'm saying?
It ain't even no. Yeah, you can't even. I ain't even gonna give you. You know.
Right. And so that's
even if that's all you wanted me for.
Right. And so that's what I'm saying. So like when the girl is taking your number, she's going through the motions. Just because you're still a guy who's there and she still wants male attention, she still likes the fact that this guy's talking to me. She still likes the fact that she's getting attention from a man, right? But what happens is like she shuts it down before anything can really happen, which is why when you call her or hit her up, she sort of got everything she needed from you, and now she's gonna, you know, keep it moving, right? Same thing where if you got the girl's number, you called her, you hit it, and then you probably be like, all right, I'm good, I got everything I need from you, and now I'm gonna keep it moving. So so the thing is, the men and women, we're all sort of trying to get that ideal, you feel what I'm saying? And whoever's in between or whoever comes along around that time, we don't really take it too seriously. Like, we'll just smash and the girls will just keep it moving and ignore the calls and just like take us for our attention. You see what I'm saying? So
but ours is more logical. What we, like you say, ours is more logical. What we do, because at least, like you said, like if we run up on people, we got some type of plan for you.
Right.
Straight up for the money or to live with you or whatever we're trying to do. We're not really, for the most part. Most guys ain't really going to just be talking to someone that they got like totally no use for. Just to be, you know, even just standing there 5 seconds and give you my information, and I have no use for you at all. Like, we're not even gonna do that. If it take us to make up a lie to walk away from you, we definitely not gonna sit there and entertain you too much. But like, I guess I heard you say, and other people say that attention for a woman is almost like the equivalent as an orgasm, I guess, for a guy or somebody like that. Because it doesn't matter who the guy is. Sometimes
she's still getting her shit off.
They just love the idea of someone sweating them. You know?
And
that's why I kind of came up with this thing where I kind of approach them. I try to do it very quickly, so I don't give them too much of my time just in case they on some BS. And you know, I do kind of, ain't gonna lie, this is probably wrong too. I do kind of like I said before, I give them like a fake name and I give them like a little side number, so whatever vibe I got from her, whatever it is. So this is how I look at it. It's gonna sound crazy too. Like, just in case, okay, she's wasting my time, and I this how I kind of view most chicks. Like, you potentially is a BS chick until proven otherwise. So what I'm gonna do with you in the meanwhile, just first meeting you, I'm gonna give you a fake name and BS and give you a sideline number. And if you want to waste time putting that BS number in your phone and you ain't got my real one, you ain't got my real name, you wasting space in your phone on some BS.
So you be giving them fake information? So you be giving them fake information?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I do. And the reason I do that, and I clean it up toward the end with the ones that actually get with me and want to get down and sleep with me.
Right.
But I look at it like this, and it's gonna sound a little odd. If you didn't have no plans of giving me none, to following through with what I want, I mean, I have no need for you anyway, and obviously you didn't have no use for me. So if you're gonna waste my time, hell, let's go with each other.
But what happens?
It's not so much of a waste.
But what happens if? But hold on. What happens if you give a chick a fake name and a fake information, and then you actually like hit it off? Like, you actually like her, she likes you, y'all start dating. What do? You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you that happened to me. That happened to me, right? It's this chick, but I didn't like her enough to date her. I gave her, I walked in and I gave her the information, the fake name, and I gave her my sideline number. And she hit me up and we got to talking, and I actually smashed her, man. And I was around some relatives, and you know, my relatives walked past her, whatever it was, and they messed around and made a mistake and said my real name.
Right.
And she didn't say nothing about it yet, but she waited on down the line and she was fussing about it. And, you know, basically she fell back and I didn't care. But I guess she enjoyed herself with me so much she came back to sleep with me a second time.
Right.
And that was kind of it or whatever it was. And I kind of just left it alone after that. But it's happened. The way I look at it is, I look at it like, okay, the ones that I've met that was kind of on BS or whatever it is, I look at it like, well, hey, we're not going to get to know each other anyway. This was going over anyway, so you don't need to know my real name, or you don't need to know anything about me because you wasn't serious anyway. Now, if you get serious, or if I see something, I can probably clean it up and be like, look, that's my nickname, and I go ahead and say like, hey, I didn't know your intentions, whatever it was, I wanted to get to know you, make sure you weren't crazy before I volunteered certain information. I clean it up that way, but in the meanwhile, like I said, what I do with them is I just give them a name and get them a sideline number, so while she's standing there BSing with me, I'm doing the same thing back with her, but it's more so a waste of her time than it is mine. And the reason I say that is because flirting with every day is something I do. And I don't know if you're interested in me or not. You know if you're interested in me or not. So for you to know that you're not down with my program and you waste your time smiling with me, playing, that's on you. I get enjoyment out of talking to women anyway. And when you turn your back, I'm going to go do the same thing with somebody else. So I'm also kind of like, the only thing is too with that, they wasting my time.
But the only thing is too with that is that, hold on. The only thing with that is, as far as like giving them the fake name and all that other stuff, is that if you do start fucking with them, just like dating them and seeing them and all of that, a lot of times that could be an issue later on down the line. Meaning that now, if you say, oh yeah, well, my real name is this or whatever, now she's gonna be looking at you kind of sideways, like who the hell is this guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause she ain't gonna be able to trust you now. Now it's gonna be on some, like, can I really, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying with the whole fake thing. So I was, you see what I'm saying? Because you don't want to get in a situation. Let's say you meet a chick and she's bad and she's cooperating and you start feeling her, she's feeling you, then all of a sudden she find out you ain't who you say you are. You see what I'm saying? And that could fuck everything up. You see what I mean? So
I see what you're saying.
Right. So that's like, it's one thing. It's one thing.
I gotta give them my real name, but I don't like them having my real information and they BSing around. I don't even like them having my real information in the phone, and you're not really about nothing. Like, I'd rather deal with real women that's about something. But I see what you're saying.
Right, but that's the thing. You never. That's the thing. You never know, though. That's what I'm saying. Because the thing is, you never know. So the thing is, if you don't know, it's better to just let them know what it is up front. Because even if you tell them your real name and all, it don't even matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because even if they on some bullshit, then they on some bullshit, and you ain't got to really speak to them no more, and you just keep it moving. You feel what I'm saying? Because they not going to hit you up. You ain't going to hit them up, and it's going to be what it's going to be. But the thing is, if you do talk to a chick and everything is cool, and then you feeling her, you don't want it to be something down the line where you got to, you know, it's like, it's almost like anything else. It's like, you know, when a person meets somebody, and let's say the person's married, they don't tell the person they married, and they find out later, or they find out later they got kids, or they find out later that this was going on. You know what I mean? And then it's just the feeling of being deceived can make a person not, you know, see you differently. You see what I'm saying? And then it fucks up the whole shit from then on. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's all I'm saying as far as that. I would recommend not doing the whole fake name thing and shit. You feel what I'm saying?
All right, I got you. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna lie to them tomorrow. I'm gonna tell them my real.
Right, just tell them what it is.
My real thing tomorrow.
And if they want some bullshit,
like that,
yeah.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, there was just a little system I had came up with,
right?
And it was kind of like, you know, for the ones that BS or whatever it was, and I don't know what it was. Like when I got a certain positive vibe from certain ones, I gave certain ones that I got a good vibe from. I actually gave them my main number. I gave them my actual name. Sometimes they still didn't hit it up, but the ones that I kind of got like a BS vibe from anyway, I'm like, well, I'm finna just BS right back with your ass, right? Let's both waste time. You know what I'm saying? Give you this fake name, this fake little
and that's the thing. See, you know what it is? You know what it is too? You know what it is too? That's the thing where you don't ever want to, because even when I'm listening to you right now, you're saying, well, you know, they doing this, I'm gonna do that. It's like you don't want to really do shit on some tit for tat shit with women. You feel what I'm saying? Because you gotta really be better than them. You feel what I'm saying? Or to a certain extent, meaning that you don't want to be like, oh well, I'm gonna not call her for 3 days because she ain't called me for 3 days, or I'm gonna do this because so now you're just following her, or you're going tit for tat for her, and it's not really about that. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, your whole strategy, your whole game has to be on point, and it always has to be them, you know, reacting and responding to your game. You feel what I'm saying? So by you giving a chick a number, let's say you give her your number and she's on some bullshit, you understand what I'm saying? Then fuck it, let her be on some bullshit and you charge it to the game. You know what I mean? Or you give a chick your information, she hits you up, you plan a date, y'all do what you got to do, and you're doing it all on your accord, you know, all on your own, you know, thing. So you don't ever want to be like, okay, well, she didn't call me for 3 days, so I'm going to, you know, ignore her for 3 days. Then I'm going to call her, and then I'm going to act this way, and then I'm going to act that way. The only thing is that you only want to have strategy based off of your own, you know, thought process and how you're going to come at the game, not necessarily how she's coming at you. And so that's the thing that's going to mess it up if you're trying to do shit based off of what she did versus you doing shit based off of what you do because that's how you do it. You see what I'm saying? And it's a whole different thing, because then it's gonna make it easier for you to deal with the chicks, because now you're dealing with them from your own principles and not based off of her, you know, nonsensical type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Okay, I see what you said. Yeah, it makes total sense, man. I appreciate that, though, man.
Right. But yeah,
you telling me about that, because I kind of thought, I said to myself, damn, man, I know I shouldn't be lying, but I guess it did make me feel good down inside to be like, okay, well, you know, whatever it was, they were standing there wasting time, so they got a little extra room in their phone taking up with some fake stuff, you know, because they were wasting their own time.
Right, and just let them do them. Let them do them. If they're gonna be on some bullshit, hey, let them do them. You just keep that shit fucking moving, and that's that. You feel me? But yo, man, thank you for the call, player. I appreciate it. You feel me?
All right, man, appreciate it.
All right, man, I'm holler at you, bro. Peace. All right. So who we got up in here, man? It's late night. It's 12:30. I was out. I was like, let me just do a quick late night show. Who we got up in here? We got Real Deal, Love 63, Invincible Shaolin. What up? Lewis Thompson. What's going on? Don Knight. What's the deal? Freddie Los. What's going on? So Freddie, you said you got stood up. Should you ask her to chill again or leave it be? Well, what do you mean? Well, what do you mean stood up? You trying to say you actually went to meet her and she just never showed up? You understand? Because that's what stood up means. Because I want you to differentiate between stood up and getting flaked on. You feel what I mean? Because getting flaked on is more so, being flaked on is still being stood up, but being stood up is the a different thing. So you're okay. So you're saying that she actually didn't show up. So basically, if a chick is supposed to meet you, what up, Khalil? What's going on? If a chick's supposed to meet you and she stands you up, meaning she does not show at all, let's say you might have confirmed, she say, yeah, I'm going to come, and you go there and she doesn't show up, or you just go through to the date because some of y'all is like, I'm going to just go to the date and whatever, and she doesn't show up, you never talk to this woman ever again. Ever. Like, she's done. Like, period. I don't care if she call you back. I don't care if she's, call you back. Oh, she's done. Forever. She's done. Don't even give her the courtesy of fucking her. You understand what I'm saying? She's done. Like, if a chick actually just doesn't show up to the date, she just you said Friday at 8 at such and such, you get to the spot, it's 8 o'clock, she not there, you texting her, she's not responding, she never shows up, you do not contact this woman again. You do not return her calls if she hits you up. You do not have sex with her. Matter of fact, this chick doesn't exist to you. You see what I'm saying? At all. See, it's one thing if you're supposed to meet a chick at 8 o'clock on a Friday and she texts you, and she says, hey, I can't make it. I'm so sorry. Can we do another time? That's cool. You understand? Because she's flaking, but she's at least calling you to let you know she can't make it. So you're not going to go out there and waste your time. And she's, saying, hey, can we do it another time? Maybe next Saturday, whatever it is. So you can work with that. But if a chick says, I'm going to be there Friday at 8, you get there Friday at 8, and she doesn't come through at all, and you can't get in contact with her, and she just doesn't show up, she's done. Period. Like, you don't call her, you don't text her, she does not exist. You understand what I'm saying? If you see this chick in the street, you don't say hi to her, nothing. You understand? Like, she's done. Because that's extremely disrespectful. That's extremely disrespectful. For a woman to say, yo, I'm going to meet you here and just don't show up. Hell fucking no. Lexus 119, you said, these women love to play, but you always play chess with them. And they play checkers. I'm telling you, yo, if a chick stands you up, she's done. Period. Like, that's like the worst. I remember one time I was supposed to meet this chick at 3 o'clock in Union Square in Manhattan, right? So I told her 3 p.m. let's meet up. She said, cool. She said, I'm coming through. She confirmed. She's like, I'll be there at 3, right? Now I get to Union Square, and right in the middle of Union Square, there's a Whole Foods. So I get there at maybe about 2:55. So it's 5 minutes before 3 I get there. So I go up into the Whole Foods to use the bathroom, right? I get back downstairs, and it's 3:02. So it's 2 minutes after 3, right? So the girl's supposed to meet me at 3 o'clock. So I'm standing outside, and I'm like, okay, well, she's probably running a little late. So 3:02 turns into 3:10. So I text her and I say, yo, I'm at the spot, let me know where you at, right? 3:10 turns to 3:15. So I'm like, where the fuck is this chick at, right? So I said to her, hey, it's 3:15. I'm going to stand here for another 2 minutes. If you're not here or I don't hear from you, I'm out, right? And it's already been 3:15, because usually I just give them 15 minutes and, I'm gone. You understand? But I was like, I'm going to give you 2 more minutes. This chick texts me at 3:30 and says, "Oh, I was there at 3 o'clock on the dot, and I didn't see you, so I left." I was like, bullshit. You trying to tell me you was there at 3 o'clock on the dot, and you left because I wasn't there? Get the fuck out of here. She just didn't show up. And she's trying to front like she was there. I'm like, no, you were not there because I was here. I didn't see you. What? So I came out at 3:02. You were here from 3 on the dot, and you waited 2 minutes, didn't text me and say, "Hey, I'm here." You understand? You stayed for 2 minutes and then walked away. You came all the way from your house to Union Square to stand there for 2 minutes and then leave. Get the fuck out of here. You see what I mean? Like, this is on some bullshit, right? So she basically didn't show up. That's all that really was, right? And so I'm not gonna call her back. I'm not gonna fucking see her again. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's disrespect. She has no respect for your time. So you gotta, tell these chicks to get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, man. Crazy. So the caller number 646-481-3901. So remember, guys, make sure you get the book. I gotta order some more of these because I'm running out. So you guys make sure you get the hard copy of the book, not the hard cover. I know it was like it's not a hard cover. It's the hard copy of the book, or get the ebook, or get the audio book. Because the audiobook is fire. It's fucking fire. Seriously. You got to get that fucking audiobook. But yeah, so today, I was talking about how to read chicks and how to know if a chick wants to have sex with you, or if a chick likes you. Right? And so one of the things that guys got to understand is that understanding how to read women and how to see sort of how she's feeling when she's interacting with you, it comes with practice, because you got to practice to see and feel that energy that a woman's giving you, to let you know that she is feeling you, that she's ready to make it happen. Because what happens is that her responses to you, like, because sometimes you might walk in a room or walk into a bar, walk into a club, whatever, and a chick could be checking you out and doing all this other shit, and you haven't even spoken to her yet. But if you know how to read her, you can see, okay, this chick is choosing heavy. Like, she's feeling me. Like, I just need to go over there and get this shit going. You understand? Or sometimes, you're talking to a girl and she's basically not like, she's not really, like, it's hard to read her because she's not really giving you anything to go on. Even if you are, like, flirting with her and trying to build sexual tension, she's not really, it's hard to read her as. You understand? But the thing is that when you notice that she's hard to read, what's going to happen is you're going to have to switch up your strategy of how you interact with her. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
What's going on, baby? This Lexus 119. What's good?
What up, bro? What's going on? Where you from?
What's good? Upstate New York, Syracuse.
Okay, that's what's going on, bro. So what's up with you?
Let's jump right into it. So listen, you know what's crazy? Listen, I hope they listening, man, because we about to drop some game.
All right.
You know what I realized, though? Is it me, though? I know you in the field every day, bro. Right. I know you in the field. But it seemed like getting a number today, like girls' numbers, is useless. Like, a girl's number is like, I'm not saying this, let me rephrase that. It's not as potent. How about that? It's like watered down liquor. It's not a drink. You get my analogy? Like, it's like you water down the Henny, like, it still gets you, it'll get you a little sauce, but it ain't gonna get you crazy. So I'm like, I feel like nowadays, dudes should really try to get girls Snapchat and shit, because girls are always on fucking Snapchat. Like, I would text girls, and then they didn't text me like within 20, 30 minutes. I go on Snapchat, these bitches got stories 2 minutes ago. I'm like, what the fuck? Right.
Right. Nah, it's true. It's true, because you can get the chicks, you can get shit popping where you get a girl's Instagram, you understand what I'm saying? Or you know, even her Facebook, and you know, and if she's active on there, because a lot of times they be on there like active, and it's like it's easier to hit them up on there. You see what I'm saying? Because they're always glued to that app, or they're glued to that site. You see what I'm saying? So, and the thing too is that you can see that they've been on it. You feel what I'm saying? So like she'll post a picture or post this or post that, and you're like, okay, so you're active on this. That means you're checking it out. So you saw the fucking, you know, the fucking message or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? So you know.
Yeah, and you know it's crazy though. I mean, cut you off, brother. But what happens is, it's like once you see it, like okay, I had a long story. So I had one for right. She hit me the next day. Was like, "Why didn't see your text message until like today?" Okay, first of all, that's bullshit. But I respect the fact you at least hit me back. So I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Whatever. This is what you want to play. We can play that. But knowing these girls, bro. Like, and this is what happened, this is what I did. I was texting her. I was like, no, matter of fact, let me get your Snapchat. Now, this is us texting, right? So I see how active she really is. She hit me, she added me out of her back, bro. She's always on Snapchat.
Right.
Always. I'm saying to myself, for you to be on Snapchat all day, you have to see your text messages. So, what she did was, unbeknownst to her, she showed me that she's very, very active with other dudes. Let me tell you why. A girl who likes you, like, remember that video you was like, yo, if a girl may like you, but she may not like you enough.
Right.
It's like she's feeling me, of course. I'm that nigga. But it's like she's going to, like, younger girl, she's 19. I'm 29. She go to SU. She run track and everything. Long story short, it's like younger girls like who's in their face at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you in their face at that moment, you don't move. So if you in the gym, right, working out, right, you got the football players in there, you got these guys, the track dudes, you got a lot of options. So they in your face every day.
Right.
You feel me? So I tell dudes all the time, like, when you deal with younger girls, they got a lot of options because the way they bring things is much different. Like, if you're 25 and the girl's like 21, she may be a little bit more mature, but it depends on her maturity as a person because age doesn't bring maturity. Wisdom do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I think is I tell guys, I say, listen, when you talk to a girl, like, bro, this is what I've been doing for the past couple months. When I go to a girl, I'm like, hey, what's up? You know, boom, and with my little pitch, whatever. And I'm always direct, but I always ask them, what you doing right now? I'm always trying to get the instant date. The reason why I'm always trying to get at that moment is because girls are so flip-floppy and fickle.
Right.
And flaky. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want to get impression on them at that. Yeah, they want to. You got to make an impression at that moment because if you can at least get down. Let's say like I'm in the mall and shorty. Let's say she working at finish line. She got lunch break in an hour. I'm like, cool. I'm just gonna go, fuck around. I'll be back in an hour. So I may take her to the food court. Even though it's a light little incident, I can make an impression. Now if I give her my number, she's like, oh, he was cute. But then she may see a dude who was a little bit more assertive. He may get it not because me, honestly, I got the pretty boy syndrome a little bit. So it's not about looks. I'm telling dudes like I see guys like he didn't succeed.
Right.
He's saying all this stuff. I'm saying like, yo, bro. I'm telling you from a nigga who used to model. I did Gap, Old Navy, all that shit. Like, bro, these bitches play with me too.
Right.
Like,
That's what guys don't understand. They don't never understand that shit. They'll never understand that shit.
You know why they don't understand it, bro? It's because they've seen it from their eyes.
Right.
If they see a guy who they feel is better looking than them, they automatically feel like that is like 20 levels higher.
Right, and they think it's easier for that guy to get it because they again, I always say this, you're looking at a woman and how she feels, as far as attraction, and they think that they think women think like us when it comes to that. You feel what I'm saying? They don't understand.
And that's the furthest thing from the truth, bro. That's the furthest thing from the truth.
Exactly.
Because if for instance, like if I see you up like, yo, Locario, you a handsome dude, right? Now I would say to myself, oh, he would have no problem getting women. Right. But you'll tell me like, yo, listen, I do get girls, yes, but trust and believe.
Right. It's a lot of shit.
Same shit.
It's a lot of bullshit. And that's what
you would tell me, and I would believe you because I go through it.
Right. That's what we trying to tell these cats.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I be trying to tell these dudes because a lot of them you know, it's hard for them to understand because they're not, you know, they're not living that reality. You feel what I'm saying? Or not even necessarily not living that reality, but they've never been in a situation where, or, you know, some of them have never been in a situation where they're talking to a girl who's saying, yo, you know, I think you're cute. And you're like, cool, she thinks I'm cute, but then you still don't fucking get her. So you're like, how the fuck, that don't even make sense to me. You feel what I'm saying? So they've never seen that.
Exactly.
You see what I mean? So, because I've been in that situation too many times where a chick, she'll tell me to my face like, oh, I like the way you look, you're so handsome, your skin, and all this other dumb shit. And I'm like, all right, cool, so what's up? And then it's like, and then it's a whole bunch of run around, or, oh, you know, she's playing games, and you know what I mean? And it's just like, and that's not the thing that gets the chicks. You feel what I'm saying? Because this is the thing that dudes don't understand. And this is very important for all you guys to understand, is that a lot of what makes a woman attracted to you, right? You know, there's going to be girls who are going to look at you and think you're attractive physically, or they're going to like, you know, your vibe and all that other stuff. But a lot of the thing that attracts women to you, and it's not necessarily the thing that makes you attractive, but the thing that attracts women to you, what I mean by attracts her, is what makes her move in a direction of trying to get with you, is basically how she feels dealing with you on a personal level. Meaning that you could be a dude who's not even that good looking, but if you, or let's say you're talking to a girl and then let's say you ignore her, or you sort of like, you know, put a whole bunch of pictures on your Instagram of you and other girls that's not her, you know what I'm saying? Or she sees you flirt with another girl, that's going to make her feel jealous, or it's going to make her feel competitive with the other women. You see what I'm saying? So now she's going to like you more, or try to fuck with you or get with you more, just based off of trying to one up the other girls. Everyone. Yeah, exactly. You see what I'm saying? So it's not even about you anymore. It's about her trying to one up the other women, and you're just the guy who she's trying to get in order to one up the girls. You see what I'm saying? So now you're thinking, so guys will look at that and think it's like, oh, well, you know, it's all this stuff I'm doing. It's like, nah, it's her own ego that's making her trying to get with you, because she's trying to one up the other girls that you're fucking with. You see what I mean? So there's so many things that's going to make her want to fuck with you that don't even have to do with your looks. You feel what I'm saying? It has a lot to do with how you are, you know, your game and your strategy and all that other shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a lot. It's a, yo, and, you know, it's deep.
you know another thing, right? You know, there's though with the dude, like, okay, I hate keep using him, but like I'm not trying to put him out there like single street, but it's like, he to succeed, I think he looks at life through Robin and not Batman. He looks at you and myself, like guys who are considered attractive, as Batman, and he's Robin, so he's always in the back, like, damn, he's a superhero, I'm the superhero, but he gets all the praise, I'm just like, no, don't look at it like that, because there's going to be women who only want Robin.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what Batman is, or no matter who I am or you, it's going to be women who just want the guy who, like, for instance, if you see a dude like my older G, he was like, listen, you ever see a girl, I'm like, bro, I always see these dudes with these girls sometimes. This was when I was younger. And I was like, damn, I see him with these girls. I'm like, damn, how did he get her? He said, never ask that. Never even think that. I said, why not? He said, because you don't know what he did to get her.
Exactly.
And ever since then, I never questioned nobody for that. Never. That was about over 10 years ago.
Right. And on top of that, you got to understand, a lot of times a guy getting with a chick is a lot of different variables as to how he got her and why he got her. You understand? So it could be his game, you know, him like interacting with her, talking to her, all this other shit and all that other stuff. It could be social circle. It could be like he just went to school with this chick, knew her for a long time. It could be like I was at this event today and I was talking to this dude and he was with this chick and he was like, he's known this chick for like 6 years before they even got together. They just knew each other that long, just in passing and around the way. So there's all these different variables as to why this dude got this chick that you might not even know about, because it's just too many different things going on a lot of times. So that's what I tell dudes, like, you know, don't worry too much or think about everybody else. Figure out what you got to do to get what you need to get what you want, to get things rolling for you. Because I always say this, you know, worrying about another dude and what they got going on and comparing yourself to other guys doesn't really do anything for you, because if I go out and I talk to a few girls and I have sex with the chick or whatever, that's not gonna do nothing for you. You still ain't fucking no girls or whatever. You still not doing that. So what are you doing for you? You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, man.
You know another thing though, bro. It's funny because if you think about it, okay, I tell dudes, how about this? I'm like, for the guys who feel looks matters, listen. My looks has only got me in the door. It never certified or guaranteed me pussy. It gets me in the door, but it doesn't get me in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has, but I can't think on that. I can't put my investment in that. That's a bad investment.
Right,
because
exactly.
if that's the case, then I'm saying in the, how about this? If I'm banking on my looks, right, bro? I'm waiting for a girl to come make a move on me. First of all, I'm 6'2" and I'm in crazy shape. First of all, I'm intimidating. Right. You know what I'm saying? Girls are already nervous. So how many women that sober gonna walk up to me?
Right,
like,
right.
Really, like, they gonna be like, damn, I gotta, you know what I mean? I'm shit, he in the mall buying stuff, he looks good, but I'm gonna walk up to him, girl, I'm nervous. You know what I'm saying? That's what they scared. So if I allow my looks, bro, none of these girls gonna even like me because I don't know until I say something.
Right.
So it's like, it really just gets you in the door. I tell dudes, man, stop banking on looks. There's dudes who don't look as quote-unquote good as me and still got more girls than me, even though I got a cemetery.
Right,
I done killed quite a few, but it's like, I know dudes, like Ron said, Ron Wills put a comment under your video. He said,
shout out to my dude Ron Wills, for real.
Shout out to Ron, man.
Definitely.
OG, that's OG right there. He said the dudes get the most girls are the average looking dudes.
Yeah.
Because women don't like to be in competition with men who look like you, bro. I had women tell me that, yo, you're too pretty. Like, I don't date pretty boys. Or,
exactly,
nah, you look like you're an asshole. I'm like, what is that? You gonna blame me because of my premeditated beauty? Like, I don't get this. Like, I don't get this.
Yo, I'm telling you, and that's the thing. And see, I'm that's why I'm glad when a dude like you lets these cats know, like, yo, it's not just about that, because you got cats out here that's not doing shit because they feel like, well, what's the point of doing shit when, you know, I'm not the best looking guy, and it's like they fucking up their whole situation. And I'm like, yo, you guys could go out there and make shit happen, and actually, because this is the thing. Even look at it like this. I always tell guys, what are if they're honest, right? What are the type of girls they actually go and approach? Is it the dime chicks? Are you approaching the dime chicks all the time, or are you approaching the 7s and the 6s? You feel what I'm saying? Most dudes approach the 7s and the 6s. Why? Because they feel that's
more accessible.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? And the same thing is for chicks when they looking at dudes who they see a tall dude with a 6-pack. They're like, oh, I don't know about him, because they feel like they might not be on his level, on his league. You see what I'm saying? And so it's the same shit. So this is why I'm like, dude, yo, why are these guys just always worried about the looks when that's not the end all be all when it comes to the situation? You feel what I'm saying? Because you know what I mean? Because the thing is, if you go and approach a girl, you know, logically, from a male's mind, we're like, oh, that, you know, if a hot girl approached me, I'd be excited. But for a woman, when a hot guy approaches her, she's thinking, oh man, this guy is too good looking. He might play me. He might have sex with me. I'm gonna get attached, and he's gonna. You see what I'm saying? So it's not always the easy shit. You feel what I mean? It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
And I tell another thing, bro, with the money situation, right? Like, unless you're a celebrity or whatever, like Floyd or, you know, Floyd Mayweather, guys of that nature who got money, who's a celebrity. If you're a regular dude, you get money, bro. I done been in the mall for like $5,000, $6,000 on me just shopping. Girls don't know you got money. Right. So the whole money trumps. Listen, money helps you because money is just a byproduct. Listen, guys, money is a byproduct of hard work. Okay, when you put your mind to something, it's a byproduct of that, and that money can get you freedom. Freedom is what you get from money. Financial freedom is what you want. If you don't got game, you're gonna get flamed. That's it. They're going to take you to the bank. If you don't know you don't got a mouthpiece, and you don't know how to stand up, I'm telling you, you're gonna get flamed. Money does not get you girls. Looks don't get you girls. If you got looks and money, that should be something you build off of and say, listen, I'm that dude. I'm approaching anything because I'm that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. That's what that shit should do. It's not an automatic, it's not an automatic pass where you get where girls gonna open their legs. It don't work like that.
Right. And the thing too, I always ask dudes, I'm like, look, if you know, everybody has some sort of money in the bank unless you homeless. You understand what I'm saying? You probably got some money. You probably got some money in the bank. You probably got some money in your pocket, even if it's like $50. You feel what I'm saying? You got something. So it's like I always say, how much money do you actually need in order to get women if you think you need money to get women? Because there's a lot of dudes who ain't got shit who's literally right now as we speak sleeping over some chick's house right now who they just smashed and they ain't got no fucking money. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like dudes every day who are broke, you see what I'm saying? They getting chicks all day. Now the thing is, if you do have money and women know you got money, what's going to usually happen is, and if you attract these type of women, which are the gold diggers or the chicks who's going to play, the Amber Rose type of chicks, you understand, who they know that you ain't really had no bad chick in your life, and now that you got some money, they're going to come through and basically game you. You feel what I'm saying? So that, and then you're going to get fucking took for your money. So your money is going to soon part from you. It's going to be a wrap. So the thing is,
yes, it will.
If you had game, because this is the thing, if you got money but you got game, then you can use the money in combination with your game. But if you just got money and you think that's all it takes or that's all you need, then you're gonna be fucking up. You see what I'm saying? Because your money's because chicks who know how to get dudes that got that money, or they know how to get it at a guy with money, they know exactly what they're doing to manipulate you in order to get all your money, suck you dry, and, be on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
You know why? Because the fact that they need this guys like that need to listen to guys like you, Ron, Tyreek, and them, because they automatically have they predisposed to thinking that you have to automatically secure something for a woman, and you got to give them security off the jump. First of all, you just dated her.
Right.
You just met her. You don't got to pay. Like, she hasn't proven that she deserves that. See, that's where they need the game. I tell them all the time, I'd rather have priceless game than $100,000 on me, because the game can like this one dude's like, this older dude's like, you rather have money or power? I said, damn. I said, money's cool, but I'd rather have power, because power, you can get it, you can manipulate them or extort a motherfucker who got money because you got the power. So I said, I'd rather have the game than have a whole bunch of money, because you got money and no game, you are going to get starched.
Right. And on top of that,
from alimony to child support.
Right. And on top of that, if you have game, you can always get more money. See, that's the thing that people don't understand. You feel what I'm saying? And so what people don't understand, like, if you got game, right, the shit means that you have the knowledge and the know-how to create the type of life you want. So the dudes who just got money, they'll be like, okay, well, I could pay for some hookers or some escorts or some, chicks who's gonna be on some gold digging shit. But as soon as your money dry up, then you can't get any more of that shit going on. But if you had game, you know how to always have money plus have all these other things that you don't even need to use the money to get the girls. You're just using the game. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the shit that motherfuckers just don't, understand. You feel me? But listen, I got a few more people that's trying to call in, but I appreciate you calling in, bro. All right?
I got you, bro.
Definitely, man. I'm gonna holler at you, man. All right, peace. Yeah, man. That's some real shit, man. That's some real shit. I like when dudes call in who understand where, when they they're in the game, and they're the type of dudes that, chicks will say, okay, he's a good looking dude and all this other stuff, but he's still gotta put in some work. You feel what I'm saying? You still gotta put in work. I've been trying to tell you guys this, man. I've definitely been trying to tell you guys this. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
It's good. It's David.
What's going on? Who's this? Wait, say it again. You sound kind of low. Speak up.
David from Detroit.
Okay, what's going on with you, man?
Kind of. I just became a bad boy. Dope site, and we got a lot of good material on there.
Okay. That's what's up.
All right. My question's kind of pertaining to the topic, but basically, like, I kind of been running this. Basically, like, there's been a couple of situations where I would try to make plans with a chick or whatever.
You say you be doing what with a chick?
Make plans or whatever.
And
basically, like, they'll kind of like flake or whatever. There was a situation that happened where I did go on a date with a chick, and I guess she was kind of wishy-washy or whatever.
Right.
But she would still reply back to me, whether we texting or whatever, and I'm making plans with her, and she kind of flake on me. But then, like, weeks later, months later, like, they'll contact me and be like, "Hey, what's up? How are you?" Kind of like just out the blue. Like, how do you respond to that? Like,
right. So
I mean, from my perspective, it sounds like they just kind of being on some attention whore.
Right.
But like today, for example, one chick I tried to make plans with a while back, and like nothing came to it, and like a little over like a month and a half later today, she really like texted me, "Hey, how are you?" I'm like, really, like,
right.
I tried to make things happen like a couple of times, and you kind of like bullshit. And it's like, are you bored? Are you just kind of being an attention whore? Are you like, what's
so what?
On?
So this is the thing. When you planning some dates with a chick and she's flaking and all this other stuff, and then all of a sudden, out the blue, later on down the line, she hits you up, right?
Yeah.
All you need to do is at that point, set something up with her to where she comes through to your spot, or you go to her spot, or you go to some hotel or some shit, and you smash. You understand? So that's it. When a chick, you designate her for just sex at this point. So what they're gonna try to do is, she's gonna try to hit you up. She's gonna hit you up and be like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" And usually what they're doing is they'll just talk or text you just on some, "Hey, what's up?" blah blah blah. Usually they're not gonna try to set a date with you. They're not gonna try to say, "Hey, let's hang out" or whatever. But what you need to do is you need to say, "Yo, when you free," and then she's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm free this day, that day. Come through to the spot. Come through to the crib." You understand? Now, if she's not trying to come through to the crib, then you tell her, "Hey, well, listen, just holler back at me when you want to come through to the spot." That's it. You feel what I'm saying? And then you hang up on her, you stop texting her, whatever it is. That's it. That's all you got to do. You only smash when a chick hollers at you after a while, after she done flaked on you a few times or whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? Like, she's designated to just fuck buddy status. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Okay.
And then the thing is too, also, if you try to do that and she's like, "Oh no, blah blah blah," and you say, "All right, well, you know what? Hit me up when you're ready to make it happen." Now, if she hits you up again, the same thing. "Oh, cool. When you free? Oh, you free Friday? Cool. Come through to the spot to smash." Right? So what you're doing is that she's going to now know that if she wants to holler at you, that she needs to smash, because that's all that you're going to be doing with her. You see what I mean? And that's all you got to do. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's really what it is.
What about like in situations like say like if it's been like years or something and a chick like randomly hits you up that flakes on you, like do you, like, for you personally, do you is there a certain amount of time, a time lapse to where, you know what, okay, maybe I could fuck with this chick, or it's kind of like she fucked up, in the past, like, bad enough to where, like, she's just sex, like, that's the only purpose you would serve in your life, or do you, like, give her a second chance because it's been, time, and, people change over time.
Right.
Like,
so this is the thing, the only time you give a chick a second chance, when she flakes, and I talked about this too, in the DVD, The Bad Boy's Guide to Dating, which you guys can get on the Bad Boy membership, right? So the thing is that if a chick flakes on you, the only time you give her a second chance is when she gives you a counter day. So if, let's say, if you're supposed to meet a chick on Friday, and let's say she texts you or she calls you on Thursday and says, "Oh, hey, I can't make it tomorrow on Friday, but can we do Saturday next week, or can we do Sunday?" You understand? If she gives you that counter day, then you say, "Okay, cool, yeah, let's get together." You see what I'm saying? And then you set that up. You understand? And then
I get that, but I'm talking about like more so like if this is kind of like if it's been like it's been like years between you actually fucking talking.
You said if it's been years?
Yeah, if it's been like years.
So like you trying to say if a chick flaked on you and
Like years ago, and I ran into her again.
Right.
It's been situations where, I ran into a chick and, hey, we should, like, do this or whatever. And I would kind of, like, just leave it alone, but, like, if they initiate, if it's in person or whatever, they're kind of like, hey, let's, maybe we should do something or whatever, but it's kind of like, you kind of already had an idea of that person, and that, like I said, people change over time or whatever. It's been, like, years, you know what I mean? So,
right.
That's what I'm saying. Do you still give that person an opportunity if it's been like years in between that person flaking?
Yeah, well, if it's been like let's say for example, if you ran into this chick, because usually this is something that rarely happens, you know what I'm saying? But let's say you do actually run into this chick, and she flaked on you like a year ago or a year or two ago, whatever, and then you run into her, whatever, and she's like, oh, hey, what's up, blah, 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 let's get together, yada, 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 right? Now, the fact that you know that she flaked on you before, right, is showing that she's already on some flaky shit, right? Now, usually, and like you said, people could change, things could go down, maybe she's learned from her mistakes and all that other stuff. Now, if it's been on that situation where it's been like a year or so or 2 years ago or whatever, yeah, you can give her another chance and see her. You understand? Like if she says, hey, let's get together, you be like, all right, cool, let's get together this Friday. You see what I'm saying? And then you meet her on Friday, you could take her out, to like, or y'all could go out and get a drink, but you still should be trying to smash. You feel what I'm saying? Because the fact is that she still did flake on you. You understand what I'm saying? From before. And so if anything, you shouldn't even be giving her another chance unless she's like sort of like feeding or begging or whatever. You see what I'm saying? But you still want to do that smashing thing, because what happens is that you gotta train yourself to be the type of dude who's not really giving these chicks all these chances. Because remember, if a chick is really feeling you, she's gonna make the shit easy. A lot of times when chicks flake on you, it's because you were not their first choice, so there's other dudes they trying to get with. It's because they flaked on you because they weren't really feeling you and all this other stuff. Because remember, if you like you said, things change over the years. So let's say a year or two passes by, and now she thinks you look better or something, or you've been doing a whole bunch of shit. You stepped your game up or whatever. So now all of a sudden she want to be with you. Now, again, you still do the smashing thing. So you could take her out, y'all could go get a little drink real quick, but the objective is to smash. You understand what I'm saying? But since you haven't seen her in so long, you could sort of still get that drink to sort of catch up and see where her head is at. But it's still got to be on some smashing shit at the end of the day with this chick. But just in general, if a chick is flaking and then all of a sudden she tries to get with you later on down the line, just designate them as smashing. That's what you gotta just think about. Just think about the fact that this chick, when you're dealing with her, did this chick flake on me or not? Oh, she flaked on me and she's hollering back. Cool, we can get together, but we're gonna do the sex thing. You feel what I'm saying? And then you just keep it at that. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So, but yeah, I appreciate your call, bro. I gotta get a few more of these calls because they calling in like crazy, man. All right.
I appreciate it.
All right, bro. I'm holler at you. Yeah. All right. Let me see who this is. Yo, what's going on? What's popping? Who's this?
It's Ronnie.
What up? What's going on with you?
All right. I just saw your post on Facebook saying you was about to go live.
Right.
And I had two questions though.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other day I was looking at one of your seminars.
Mm-hmm.
And you had Royal Flyness on there.
Right.
And he was talking about getting the girl. He was getting inside a girl's head. Do you know what that means?
As far as getting inside of a girl's head?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that basically just means like you're talking to her and asking her questions to see, to either see what she's about, but also trying to put your thoughts into her brain. You understand? So you're questioning her to see what she's about. You see what I'm saying? You see like what she thinks, how she sees things, and then also you're giving her things that you want her to think about and believe and to see and to and if you're trying to upgrade her mind. You understand what I'm saying? So getting in her head, right? And also too, it applies also to where you're sort of getting her to think about you. You understand what I'm saying? In a certain way.
Yeah.
So
basically you saying is you qualifying her before you get in her head.
Right. So you asking her questions and shit, seeing where she, what she's thinking, what she's about, what's her ideologies on shit. You understand? And this all depends too, because you can get in her head in a way where you could be on some shit where you're trying to manipulate a chick, which I don't really get down like that. But, or you can get in her head where you can upgrade her. You understand what I'm saying? So it all depends on what you want to do, but it's just really getting at her with your thoughts, your ideologies, your ways of seeing the world, so that you're sort of implementing those things, in her mind. You feel what I'm saying? That's where it goes. You know what I mean?
So you basically asking her on her view, so she'll tell you her view,
right?
And then what you'll do is you'll say, "What if I told you that?"
Exactly.
Exactly.
Right.
In her mind.
Right. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Because what happens is that when you talk to her, when you interact with her, what you wanted to happen is that you want her to sort of get emotionally attached to your thought process, to your way of thinking, to your way of seeing the world, which is different than what she saw, and also something that could probably help her out in her situation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's that's how you do that shit. You feel me?
Yeah, but cause when I looked at your post on Facebook saying you was on live that how to read women, like after you get inside her head, you want to read her body language, see if she's feeling it or not.
Right. Exactly. And that's the thing. You got to pay attention to everything. So when you're talking to a girl and you're flirting with her, you want to pay attention how she's reacting to the flirting. You want to pay attention to like what she's saying back to you. You want to pay attention to her body language. You want to pay attention to how she's reacting to you touching her, all this stuff. You feel what I'm saying? You got to pay attention to all that shit.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Right.
So yeah,
but I'm glad you answered my question, and I just want to let you know, man, I appreciate your work, man, and I thank you for all the advice you've given me and everybody else that you.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you calling in, bro.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right, thank you.
All right, I'm gonna holler at you, bro.
All right.
Cool. All right, let me see who this is. Yo, what's going on? Who's this? Yo.
Hello?
What up? Who's this?
Hey, this is Robert Carbo from Huntington Beach.
All right, what's going on with you, bro?
Man, I just got a quick question for you. Basically, I'm just keep it simple because I know you got a lot of calls and shit. All right, here it goes. So I had this roommate, right? And I just moved into my new apartment, Huntington. Got a roommate.
You got to make sure your phones is on point so we can make it happen. All right, let's see. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
This is Garen.
What up?
What's up, dog?
What's going on? What's popping with you?
Man, I just got a question, man, because, I don't know, man. I'm trying to tighten up on my game, but, I mean, like, every time I be hitting these bitches up, these bitches be giving me excuses, so I just want to know, am I talking to a lot of attention whores?
So what type of excuses they be giving you? Will you be trying to, like, set a date or something, and they give you a whole bunch of excuses as to why they can't come through?
Yeah, I understand my value. Like, I know that as a man that I'm valuable. So it's like, every time I be setting up some shit to go out with these bitches, they be like, oh no, I'm busy and this and that.
Right.
I'm trying to see, do I need to tighten up on my game, or I'm just fucking with the wrong bitches.
Right. Well, it could be a combination of both. So it's it's one where you gotta you gotta talk to a lot of different chicks. That's one thing. That's just a given. That's the thing you gotta do.
I talk to a lot on a daily. I talk to a lot, bro. I've been talking to a lot of bitches, bro.
Right. How many chicks you be talking to on within a day, like in one average day?
I'm always recruiting for my business, but that I get I say like on average I probably get like 3-person numbers for myself. Because I'm always recruiting. I'm always recruiting for my business. So when I do actually run into one that I like personally, I get a number personally. I feel like 2 to 3 a day.
Okay.
Personally.
Okay. So you say you're getting 2 or 3 numbers a day, and how much women are you talking to a day though? How many are you talking to a day?
What happened?
I said, how many are you talking to a day?
I hit them up a lot. I be hitting them up for like my independent business, but sometimes I hit them up, ask them, hey, let's go get some Jamaican food, or let's go out to a restaurant, just to come see them hoes and wait.
So let me ask you.
I can't do it right now.
No, so when you get these girls' numbers, right? Are you getting it while you're conducting business and like telling them that it's for business, like, or you telling them for?
I'm actually putting down with them.
So you're saying like let's go out and let's like go on a date, let's go chill, like that type of stuff, right?
Yeah, put them to an interview.
So wait, hold on, wait, I'm confused. So you say you meet these chicks.
Like I wanna take them out and see if they fit, to actually be with me. But it's like every time I actually do that shit, I've been getting that shit consistently. So it's like I'm actually working on myself. I've been exercising. I've been trying to build value in myself. But I'm trying to find out, is it me, or is I'm trying to find out, is it me, or is it the bitches?
Right.
So I can know what to do.
So my question.
Tighten up my game
right, and this is what I'm trying to get to, because I'm trying to get to what exactly are you doing when you hollering at the chicks? You see what I'm saying? Like, because what you're telling me, or what I'm hearing from you, is that you said you be on like your job and you be hollering at chicks while you're working. You understand what I'm saying? It's a recruit, because you say you recruit people or something like that.
So, all right, let's say if I'm out and about, I'm always recruiting for my business. Like I run a financial firm, so I'm always recruiting.
Right.
But if I see a dime that I actually like, I don't even talk about my business.
Okay, so you just go and holler
at her directly.
Right.
And put it down.
And
I've been
right. And so my question is to you. This is what my question is. How many girls do you do that to a day? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, how many girls are you actually?
I say like 2 or 3. I say like 2 or 3.
And that's what I'm saying. You got to do more than that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Like, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to get to. Like, you have to do more. And this is why. Because see, this is the thing. You're usually gonna get between 1 and 10% of what you put out, right? So what that means is, and this is just the average, you understand? You can probably get better the better your technique is. So if you talk to 100 girls, right? Now listen, if you talk to 100 girls, and you let's say you talk to you talk to 100 chicks. Out of those 100, you're probably gonna see on a date between 1 and 10 of them. Do you understand what I'm saying?
And you get the same thing.
Right, yes, that's what I'm saying. Like you're gonna if you talk to 100 chicks, you're only gonna get to see between 1 and 10 out of that 100. So this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You got to talk to more women, because if you see what I mean. So the more women you talk to, the more your chances are of actually seeing more women. It's a numbers game, and it's also what they call the law of averages. You see what I mean? Now, if you're right, so if your technique is good, meaning, so let's say you get these girls' numbers, right? how do you set up the date? What do you say to set up the date? Do you text them and say?
Well, I hit them with a text message. I hit them up, and I feel like.
And what do you say? What do you say when
like
you hit them
I
up?
don't want to come with no cheesy ass game, so I just ask them out.
And what do you?
I just be like, hey, let's I hit them up, blah blah. Hit them up, follow up with the conversation that we were having, and I ask them just on the date. You want to go get some Jamaican food? You want to go get some? I set up the date so I can actually chill with them.
And so, what do you say exactly? Like, let's say you're texting this girl right now. What's the exact thing you would text her?
I text her, and as soon as she responds, I hit her up. I try to set up a date, easy like that, because I don't really like. To be honest, I don't really like to actually, text them. Text them like they're my girlfriend, nothing like that. I just text them so I can actually get them on the phone, and try to set something up so I can meet face to face.
And my question is, what exactly do you say? So I'm saying, like, when you get on your phone and you say, hey, what's up? Do you say, hey, what's up? What are you doing Friday? Hey, what's up? Are you free this day to get some Jamaican food?
Yeah, I just cut straight to the point. I mean, I build a little rapport, but after the rapport, I try to get them out on a date.
And then they say
here for the date.
Right, and then they say they do say to you that they'll meet you on the date. Did they say that?
It's been some times, they'll come out, but some of these girls, they be like, oh no, I'm busy, and I'm trying to find out, like, if they say I'm busy, should I just charge that shit to the game, or should I check them hoes, and be blunt with them hoes?
Right. Well, this is the thing. If you the thing is, if you hit up a chick, right, and you should already have the day and time and all that shit, you want to make something happen. So you say, hey, are you free to this Friday at 8 to do this? You feel what I'm saying? Now, if she says I'm busy, right? Then you can either say, okay, cool, holler at me when you ain't busy. You feel what I'm saying? Right?
For sure.
And then so what you do is if you say holler at me if you ain't busy, if you don't hear from that chick within a week, you understand? You can either charge her to the game, or what you can do is holler at her again and be like, yo, what's up? What you doing this weekend? Let's get together and do whatever, right? Now, if she says again, oh, I can't, I'm busy, whatever, then you charge her to the game. You see what I mean?
Two nose in the go.
Right, exactly. Now, this is what, and so what I'm saying to you also is that you got to make sure that you're talking to more women. You understand what I'm saying? Because the thing is, most of the women that you talk to, right? Most of the women that you talk to, they're going to flake, or they're going to be on some, oh, I'm busy shit, or have some sort of fucking excuse. You understand what I'm saying? So, if the more women you talk to, that's going to increase the chances of you finding a woman who's going to cooperate. You feel what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And so, because the thing is this, a lot of guys, they think that the game, is just about, like, because, like, when you going out there talking to girls, interacting with them, approaching them, all this other shit, right? It's the only thing that really matters is when they agree to come see you and they see you. You see what I'm saying? Once they see you, that's when the game actually really, begins. You feel what I'm saying? So don't worry about the chicks who are, she ain't, she says she busy, blah, blah, blah.
Don't even check them hoes.
Right.
If them hoes, if these bitches say I'm busy, just be like, don't even stress that shit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm trying to say. So you don't need to stress any of that. All you need to do is up your numbers. You see what I'm saying? The more you up your numbers, the more you get women who are going to cooperate and come see you. You see what I'm saying? Because you're going to have a large percentage of women who aren't going to come see you, period. But what's going to happen is, if you keep talking to only 3 women, you feel what I'm saying, a day, or 3 women a week, or whatever the fuck it is, it's going to be harder for you to get that, to get to the chicks who are going to cooperate. Because sometimes you might get a situation where the first girl you talk to cooperates, right? But a lot of times what's going to happen is, you might need to talk to 25 girls before one says yes and comes through to see you. But if you're talking to 3 today, and then those 3, say, oh, I'm busy, then you talk to another 3 tomorrow, then those 3 is going to be like, oh, man, I don't know. You talk to another, you see what I'm saying? You're going to keep talking, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? So what's going on is that you got to keep the numbers up. You got to keep talking to this girl, that girl, that girl, that girl, that girl, and then you're going to have more women who are going to cooperate. Now, this is the other thing you got to understand is that the tighter your game is when you are approaching and talking to the girl, is the more likely that she's going to hit you up and actually make something happen with you. You see what I'm saying? So even though the real, like, you know, shit doesn't really begin all, you know, until like she actually comes and meets you and y'all actually see each other and make something happen and she's cooperating, her chances of cooperating a lot have to do with your technique as you're interacting with these girls as you're playing the numbers game. You see what I mean? So, so a lot of, and also too, it depends on how you're planning the date also, which will make them actually want to come through and see you on a date. So a lot of times, this is why I was asking you, how are you specifically, you know, like planning the date? You understand? Like, are you, because some guys, they'll say to a girl, you know, hey, let's go out. And they don't really tell the girl, hey, where we're going to go. So at least you said, hey, let's go get some Jamaican food. So you know, okay, we're going to go get some Jamaican food at this spot at this time. You see what I mean?
I got you.
Right. And then so all you really need to do at this point, I think, is you just need to up the amount of women you're talking to. You see what I'm saying? And then also, I would say too, is that make sure that you're extremely tight on how you, when you approach them and how you set up the dates. You see what I mean? Because what you want to do is, always, you know, you want to have it to where when you contact a girl, you sort of just make it real smooth and easy as far as how you're making you're planning the date or planning to set something up with her. So the thing is, a lot of guys, what they do is they'll talk a lot on the phone or they'll text her back and forth about her day and ask her a whole bunch of questions that don't got nothing to do with nothing. And what you're doing is wasting a lot of time. So when you get a girl's information, and let's say you hit her up the next day, you say, hey, what's up? It was good meeting you. You know, are you free this weekend to get together? You understand? So at that point, all she got to do is say yes or no. You understand? And then she's like, yeah, I'm free Friday, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Listen, we're going to go to this Jamaican spot I know over on this, you know, street. You know, could you meet me there at 8 or meet me there at 8? And then she's like, okay, cool. I'll meet you there. And that's all you got to do. You see what I mean? And then so the thing is that the tighter that you are with what you're doing, right, then the easier it is for you to get more girls to actually cooperate and show up. The problem is that a lot of guys, they don't talk to enough girls, and then the girls they do talk to, they don't really follow it up with actually being tight on how they set the dates up and make everything go down. You see what I'm saying?
And so it's basically like if I'm trying to set some shit up with a girl, either face to face or directly on the phone, and she's acting funny, don't stress that shit.
Right, right. If
don't stress that shit.
Right, if she's acting funny, then you just move on to the next chick. You see what I'm saying? It's always look at it like this. Like, you know, like I always talk about when you picking fruit from a fruit stand. You go and you pick the you know, the fruit, you look at it, okay, this is not ripe, this is not cool, that's not cool, this one's not good, and then you keep picking and you keep throwing them back until the one that's good is good, and then you take that one. It's the same thing with talking to chicks. You holler at the chick, okay, she's on some bullshit, next. Talking to this other girl, are you free? Oh no, you can't make it, you busy, all right, next. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you just keep that shit going. You don't worry about the other girl, oh, how come she ain't, why she did this, none of that. You feel what I'm saying? You keep that shit moving quickly. You feel what I'm saying?
Locario, man, I just want to let you know, man, keep chasing your dreams, man. You know, keep grinding, man. And, you know, I definitely respect the game, man. Appreciate it from my support, man.
All right, bro, I'm going to holler at you, man.
All right, man. Good night.
Peace. Yeah, man, you know, guys gotta just keep that shit pushing, man. Keep that shit pushing. Because there's a lot of shit that you can do to make shit a little easier for you. Yo, what's going on? Who's this? Hello? Yo.
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. What's going on with you? Who's this?
This is Kevin, man.
What up? Where you from?
I'm from DC.
Okay, cool. So what's going on with you?
Alright, so,
question. I actually had 3 questions, but I'm gonna start off with a pretty easy one. So recently, I met a girl I used to go to high school with in my university. It was pretty big, so it was like a weird thing. And I was looking good and whatnot. You know, I was dressed up right, so I think like she like somewhat like was attracted to like my style and stuff. So she initiated a conversation, and she's like, "Oh, how's it been? Like, you know, like it's been so long." And we're standing at like Subway, like the restaurant, like in line trying to get our food and stuff. And like I noticed she was like a lot more cooperative with like she was like trying to invest in the conversation a lot more, as opposed to the high school days. And so in the end, pretty much after she was leaving, it's like I called her to the corner of my eye, and I looked in her direction, and she was like, "Do you have my number?" And I was like, "No, I never had your number." I don't know if that kind of sounded needy or like weird, but I was like, "I never had your number." And she just like, "Oh, are you on Facebook?" I was like, "Yeah." And then so just hitting on Facebook, and like a friend was there with her, so it's like I think that's what kind of made her like want to leave and make it very short. So she left, and I hit her up on Facebook, and pretty much I tried to like set up a date and like to meet up with her and shit. And she kind of flaked, but she gave like another like what you were saying earlier in the conversation, like she gave another time and day. And she's been doing that. I think this is the second time she flaked. Like we were supposed to meet tomorrow at 2, but she flaked again. She said that an appointment came up, and can we do Wednesday at like 2 or 5? So like, she's giving me like times and days instead of like just saying no, like I'm busy. So like, is she like actually like with it, or she just flaking? Should I charge to the game or what?
Right. Well, I would say this. I would say give her a soft charge, meaning she's, you know, like, oh, let's do this day, but oh no, this came up. You say, okay, listen, you know, holla at me when you know you're free. Right now, when or you say, cool, holla at me later, right? Don't even say holla at me when you're free. Just be like, holla, all right, no problem, holla at me later, right? Now, when she hollers at you, right, and because she already flaked on you like once, she gave you an alternative day. The alternative day came through. She was like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry, I can't make it today. Can we do this other day?" Right? So now that's already twice. So now she's only getting one more chance, and the only reason you're giving her even one more chance is because she's sort of keeping you in the loop. So it's like she actually wants to make something happen, but she's fucking around with either other dudes or some other bullshit or whatever. But if you still want to like fuck with her, you can still get a chance to fuck with her. But what I would say is this. Is that you give her like a soft charge, meaning that you tell her to say, you know what, yeah, just holler at me later, whatever. When she hollers at you, right? All you need to do is tell her, okay, look, we're going to do this at this time. You understand? So don't let her choose the time and day. You choose the time and day. You see what I'm saying? And then so she says, okay, cool. Let's, you know, you say, hey, we're gonna meet up on Friday at 6. And then she's like, all right, cool, right? Now, if she flakes or whatever at this point, then she's done. You see what I'm saying? So, and the reason why I'm saying a soft charge is because she's still sort of like been communicating with you. Now, I would have said to at first to just charge us to the game completely, since she did it twice. You know what I'm saying? Like she sort of like fucked up twice. You see what I'm saying? But the only reason why I'm saying soft charge is because the fact that she was giving alternative days. Because when a chick gives an alternative day, it's showing a little bit of interest. You see what I'm saying? Or showing somewhat of interest. Because if a chick if she's not really interested in you, she won't give an alternative day. You see what I'm saying? She'll just say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't make it, and then that'll be it. And then it's over. You see what I'm saying? So I say you can give her
response. Just like leave her on red, or like respond or just say like hit me up later, or like what, like, because if I say like, oh, like, let's do Friday at 6, she says she's not available. Like, do you understand? Like, it's gonna be like an ongoing like response.
Right. So
so
this is what I'm saying to do. Just tell her, like, you know, so just be like, yo, just holler at me later. That's it. Just leave it at that, right? And then once she hollers at you, because the reason why you're saying holler at me later is because you want her to get back to you. Because if she doesn't get back to you, that's showing you that she's not really feeling it and she just sort of fucked off or whatever, right? But if she does holler back at you, it's showing that she's has some sort of interest, or she could just be on some attention whore shit. But either way, she's hollering back at you at this point. Now, when she hollers back at you, now it's almost like you're starting it over. You're starting from scratch now to a certain extent. But you still remember she's flaked on you those other times, but it's sort of like you're starting from scratch because now you're the one who's creating the day and time. So now when she hollers back at you, you say, okay, listen, let's do this day at this time. And then have her agree to it. And when she agrees to it, y'all set that date. Now, if she flakes, if she says, oh, I'm sorry, I can't make it, then she's charged forever, period. She's done. You feel what I'm saying? Because usually, you know, when a chick flakes, you know, you don't want to really give a chick too many chances, and you always want to look for if she's giving you the alternative days. Now, what was tricky in your situation was she gave you that first alternative day, then she also flaked on that alternative day and gave you another alternative day. So she's still sort of like, I'm still in the game. I still want to see you, but
I mean, it could be she's messing up with like other dudes, or she's like I think she's also a college student, so she could be like, you know, busy with that stuff. But yeah, like
oh yeah, of course she will. She's definitely messing with other dudes. You feel what I'm saying? She's definitely messing with other dudes, but
yeah, she might.
Right, but the thing is,
no more, man. I don't know.
Right, but the thing is, I wouldn't take it too seriously, so I would just sort of like fall back, just be like, yeah, just holler at me later, right? Holler at you later, and then you try to set something up. If she doesn't, if she flakes on this one, you fucking charge to the game. You feel what I'm saying? And that's it. That is it.
All right. So my next question is what's a good place to approach women? Like, I know like you're not a big fan of like the nightclubs, and to be honest with you, neither am I anymore because it's too loud and the music like sucks, and like you can't really hear what people are saying to each other. And with the bars, it's like it's kind of the same thing. So my only other option is like school, like on like the streets of like the campus, like. But I feel like it's kind of weird, like when you're trying to like hit up a girl and like, you know, there's other people watching, and like how do you like go out of that like thinking that like, oh, what are people gonna think of me while I'm trying to approach this girl and whatnot?
You talking about like in the clubs and stuff like that?
You said what?
You talking about like if you're trying to approach women in the club? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just like, my general question is like, what's a good place, like a best place to go to approach women? Like,
the best
bar,
place,
a nightclub.
Well, okay, well, the thing is, you know, there's not necessarily. I mean, I think there's better places to approach women than other places. I don't think there's a best place, but what I would say is, I would say the you know, the easiest place is going to be like somewhere where the girl can basically hear you. So nightclubs and all that shit is not that great for really approaching a whole bunch of chicks in a lot of cases because it's too loud, it's too crowded, it's, you know, it's just too much shit going on. You feel what I'm saying? So it's hard to really do that in that environment. I would say if you at like a bookstore or a fucking park or a supermarket, you understand, like those places where they're not really expecting you to approach them. You understand what I'm saying? And then you do the approach. That's a little bit better to do. And you know, it's like it sort of catches them off guard, which is good in a certain way because they're not really expecting it. Like if you're at a bar, you know, it's cool. You know, you can still approach people at a bar, but it's sort of like expected there. But if you're in a supermarket and you know picking up some fruit. You feel what I'm saying? And there's a girl right there. You start talking about the fruit. Then you start saying, oh, so what's your name? My name is blah, blah, blah. And you be like, yo, we should get together. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to do that in that environment because it's a little bit more, you know, it's a little bit more different. You feel what I'm saying? Than what they're expecting a lot of times. Like, cause,
do you feel that women are more like receptive to like getting approached at night versus day? Like, are they like, is it because like their mood is nicer at night and they're hornier or some shit? Or like what? Like, do you think that balanced out or like, like, do you think that women, it's the same, like, if they're approached day or night? Like,
the thing is, it doesn't really matter if you approach it day or night. They'll still be receptive if they're feeling you. But if you approach at night in a certain context, like let's say it's the nightlife situation, they're a little bit more receptive to the sexual aspect of it. You feel what I'm saying? Because it usually, if you approach a chick in a day, like at 12 noon at a coffee shop, most likely you're not going to be able to take her home and smash. You understand? In most cases you could, in certain cases, but most likely you're not because the situation doesn't call for that. But if you holler at a chick, at night, at fucking midnight, and you're near a club and she's coming out the club and you holler at her on the street and blah blah blah, then more than likely you could probably take her home. You feel what I'm saying? Or take her back to your place. So it's not necessarily one is better than the other. It's just that it's different types of, it's a different context with each situation. You feel what I'm saying? So if you're doing in the day, it's most likely you might just meet a chick, get her information, and holler at her later. At night, you know what I'm saying, you might be able to flirt with her a little more, do a little bit more shit, and actually, take her back to your spot at that time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
and then my last question is, pretty sure you've noticed this as well, but why is it that women who, in relationships that are, in more love or whatnot, that, when the relationship ends, it's women get over the breakup a lot faster than the men do. Why is that, in your opinion?
Right. Well, the thing is, it's not necessarily that they get over the breakup faster. It's more so that women have more support after a breakup. So it seems like they're getting it over it faster. You understand? Or they could get over it faster based off of they have more distraction. Meaning that if you with a chick and let's say y'all break up, right? Your girl could go out literally that night and meet some other dude who's going to give her attention, take her out, have sex with her, all that other shit. You feel what I'm saying? While you don't have that type of distraction. You understand? You go out, you probably could talk to some girls, but it's not like, it's going to be easy for you to just get some sex like how it's easy for her to get sex. Or it's not going to be as easy for you to get attention like it is for her to get attention. You see what I'm saying? So it's easier for her, in a sense, to seem like, or to get over that breakup because she has, those things in place. You understand? And also, too, just the fact that when a girl is, she's broke up with her man, she has the support from her, other girlfriends and family members or whatever. But when you break up with your girl, everybody's just like, man, dude, just man up. That's what they'll tell you. You understand? Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Man up, stop crying, get over it. And it's harder for you as a man because you don't have that support. You see what I'm saying? You don't have that support from the people around you, and also you don't have access to other women to be able to distract you from the fact that you just broke up with your girl. You see what I'm saying? While your girl has the rebound guy on call like that. You feel what I'm saying? So,
And I got one more last thing. I know, I said 3, but just one last thing.
Go ahead.
There's a substance called a Phenibut. This should be a gem for some guys. It's kind of like alcohol for your brain, except it's a lot cleaner and you're more aware of your surroundings. You're not completely fucked up, but it still gives you that coolness and so that, and it affects your GABA receptors so that you're more calm and you don't have approach anxiety or any of that shit. So I don't know if you heard of this.
What is it called?
It's it's out there. So it's a legal supplement. I think it's $20. I think it comes in a powder format. How do you feel about this? As opposed to taking this and trying to apply it to your game, because there's a couple of dudes on YouTube talking about it, and they say that it works, and they've been able to talk, and they say the music sounds really good on it too. So yeah, what's your take on that?
So it's like a supplement that you drink or something, and then it makes you more focused or some shit like that. Is that what you're talking about?
It's like a powder thing you just put in. You just take it and it calms you down, and then they say you're a lot more social on it. You can talk and talk and talk.
Right. I mean, I don't really believe those type of things. You know what I'm saying? I think it's one of those things where, let's say it's kind of let's say if you go drink a lot of liquor and get drunk, when you're drunk, or let's say if you're high, your inhibitions are a little bit different. You might become more talkative, you might become more loose, you might become more whatever. But it's not. I don't think it's necessarily a good thing, because it's sort of you're just on that shit. So I don't know how this thing, you know what I'm saying, affects your body or whatever it is, and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, it's still, if you're using that, and let's say it does do that, I feel like it's more so a crutch and it's not gonna really do anything for you. But you like, as far as like, it's not gonna do anything for your game because you still. It's almost like you need that in order to like actually make shit happen for you, which to me isn't really a good thing. Where you need that crutch. You see what I'm saying? If you need to take anything or do anything in order for you to get to that state, then I don't think it's that good of a thing. But I never heard of it. I gotta look it up. What did you say it's called again?
It's called Phenibut. It's Phenibut.
Okay, I'm gonna have to.
Phenibut or Phenibut. What people call it Phenibut. Yeah, it's just different.
Okay, I gotta check that out and see what that's about. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, check it out and let me know. And I wanted to know, like, if people come down to New York or like something like that, like if I come down or much, are you willing to like take let's go out and like try to spit game? If you I want to see like how you do it and like, are you cool with that? Like,
are you talking about like coaching or something like that, or are you talking about like coaching or whatever like that?
I mean, like just like in general, like go out and like.
Or like if I'm going out to like the.
Like go down.
Oh, like if I'm going out to like the city and trying to holler at chicks and all that other shit, and you want to like roll or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. If you in the
like
city,
roll with you guys.
Yeah, if you in the city and because sometimes I go to different spots or whatever, and all of that. Yeah, you can roll through. You know what I mean? Just hit me up. You know what I'm saying? That's for any of you guys out there.
What's the best place to hit you up for this?
Say that again.
What's the best place to like get you to to hit you up for this like?
Yeah, just email me at askmrlocario@gmail.com. So that's askmrlocario@gmail.com. But yeah, so yeah, if if I'm going out and y'all in the city or whatever, y'all want to meet up and chill, that's cool. But don't be trying to get no free coaching and shit from me, because it'll be like, oh, how you be like, bro, you gotta pay for all of that. So we could roll and shit, but because I be getting a lot of dudes that be coming out, because I go to the city a lot, and like it's funny because since I do a lot of YouTube videos, I get recognized at different events. They be like, yo, you miss Locario, blah blah blah. So I'm like, yeah, and dudes be asking me a million fucking questions in the moment while I'm trying to holler at a chick, and I'm like, yo, bro, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? If you wanna get coaching, we gotta do that another time.
I'm saying like it's simple, like you tell me like you see that girl, go approach her, and like go approach, come back. If I get rejected, that's simple as that. And then
right.
like I'm not here to like ask you questions. I'm just trying to see what you do,
right.
and then either apply. Like I'm not gonna like ask you tons of questions and
right.
like bombard you with all this stuff.
I feel you. Nah, yeah. Let me know. We'll make it happen. All right.
All right, man. Cool. Thanks.
All right, bro. I'm out at you. All right, peace. Yeah, man. I be out there, man. Dudes be going. They be like, and that's the thing. That's another thing. When you guys are out, you gotta apply the game and not talk too much about the game. You feel what I'm saying? Because, dude, I be out here, dudes be asking me a million questions, and I'm like, yo, this chick's right here, son, like right here. Why are you talking to me? Talk to them. You feel what I'm saying? It's like that song, that Jay-Z song, Too Many Hoes, from I think Volume 2. He was talking about that shit. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Hey, yo, what's up, Mr. Clark? I think we broke reception a little earlier.
Okay, right. I can hear you better now. Go ahead.
All right, yeah, this is Robert Carbo from Huntington Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my question was pretty much, I met this girl through roommates. I just moved to Huntington, and she was a roommate. She came a couple days later,
Right.
And seemed like she was really checking me out and shit like that. She's like, oh, like, wow, asking me questions like, where are you from? What are you? I mean, where do you work? All this stuff. She brought her friend over too. I guess once she got settled in and moved and all this stuff, got her shit packed, she brought her friend over, and then she seemed kind of friendly. Like, she started asking me more questions, and then said, oh, you have a nice body, because I walk around with my tank top and all that shit like that.
Right.
And then so pretty much she asked me to drink that night, but I said, no, I have work. I got to go to work. So I squashed that, but she seemed really loose and all that stuff. Like, okay, maybe she wants to hang out, get to know me. I don't know. So the next day, I was off of work and stuff like that. So I was like, hey, we should go to the beach. All that stuff. She's like, oh yeah, cool, let's go.
Right.
So I'm gonna try to make this really quick because I know you got a lot of customers, or a lot of people trying to hit you up. Pretty much, I said, let's go to the beach, and the next day and stuff like that. We should drink at the beach, like have a beer or two, blah blah blah.
Mm.
And then so that day comes around, I hit her up. I was like, hey, so let's go to the beach. You down? And she's like, oh, I'm actually gonna be going with my friend to Newport Beach.
Mm.
And so I was like, okay, cool, whatever, have fun. And I left it at that because I was just like, okay, I'm in Huntington, you guys are in Newport. I'm just gonna go cruise the city and get to look at the city and stuff, try to fill the city out.
Right.
Later on, she hits me up like 20 minutes later. Oh, but you could come by, and I didn't reply.
Mm.
And then she's like, oh, well, me and my friend, we're just here because I work closer to Newport Beach, but I still didn't reply because I was kind of busy. I was trying to enjoy my alone time.
Right.
So I was like, okay. She told me she was gonna go with her friend. Whatever. I'm just gonna let them do their thing. And then so while I was at the beach, I like to meditate at the beach a lot. I got a phone call for my other job saying, oh yeah, you got the position. So now I'm gonna be working 2 jobs. So I hit her back and I told her, yeah, I just got a phone call from, my other job. They said that I got the position. The interview's next week. We should go have that beer to celebrate, because she had bought me a beer that night when she said she wanted to drink. Does that make sense?
Right.
And then, but I said, no, I couldn't. So I said, just leave the beer in the fridge. We'll get it some other time. So I was like, let's go enjoy that beer and celebrate. And she's like, oh my gosh, congratulations, yeah, let's do it. And I said, okay, first I gotta go home and pick up some paperwork, and then I gotta fill out a little bit of information at the library for the orientation next week, which is tomorrow. Right. Okay, so after I did that, I came back and I was like, okay, I'm on my way. And then, she's there and shit. So I'm like, cool, So we start drinking. We link up. We start talking, and it was really enjoyable. Like, I was really getting to know her. She was getting to know me. We were talking about family, about what she loves to do, and she's a nurse, right?
Right.
And she also said she was a singer and all that stuff. So I was like, cool. Like, she was like, oh, what do you like to sing? She was like, oh, blues and all that.
Right.
And I was like, cool. So we were drinking, having a good time. And then she mentioned that she liked to watch, I think it was Narcos on Netflix and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I like watching that show too. Like, oh, it's like, yeah, that's my favorite show. That's cool and all. Like, and this was about maybe 20 minutes of us just talking back and forth and shit.
Right.
And then, so I was like, oh, that's cool. So I was feeling good off of a couple beers, and she had a beer too. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, so we should watch a movie and shit. Mm-hmm. And she was like, yeah, we should. And I was like, damn, I'm finally about to, maybe some shit's gonna happen.
Right.
So she takes me up to her room.
Right.
And then I was like, oh wow, it's like, do you like to watch horror movies? And I was like, yeah, I love all that. She's like, nah, you're a chicken and all that. I was like, nah, I used to have like a horror movie club. When I was a little kid, we all used to watch TV in the house and stuff. So this is when the tricky shit starts happening. I'm thinking like, maybe she's a little loose, 3 lights from there and shit.
Right.
So I was like, okay, cool. All right, so I respected her because that's her real details. My bad. All right, here we go. So pretty much, she puts on the movie, and it was a movie I didn't like because I've seen these type of movies, like a Saw type of movie and shit. Right, and then so she's laying on her stomach, and so I try to mimic her move to make her feel comfortable. But then I'm like, you know what? Before, I used to just kind of lay back, and then I'll tell the girl to come here. So long story short, this is when it started getting tricky. Like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do? Because she's laying on her belly, but the movie just started. And then so I lay back to get comfortable, and I'm like, come here. And she's like, no, I'm fine where I'm at. And then I'm like, oh shit, that kind of threw me off, because usually when I tell a girl like, oh, come here, come closer, they come close, and I can do my thing. But she's like, no, I'm fine where I'm at. And I'm like, okay. So then I try to put my hand, like I try to feel her out a little bit, try to put my hand like on her back, because she's laying on her back. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, is my ass in your face? And I was kind of pissed off at that moment because it was like, okay, is she playing games? So I was like, yeah, it is. I was being a dick. And so she moved aside. And then I was like, oh shit, maybe she wanted, I was thinking a lot of shit in my head. Maybe she wanted me to like say, yeah, her ass, oh, I love that ass or something like that. Or it's sexy. But instead I said, move out the way. And then as the movie went along, I was like, man, this movie's boring. I've seen this movie like with my friend Leslie before, these type of movies. Like the same shit happens all the time. And then she's like, oh, okay. And then she started fiddling with her hair. And I put my hand on her hair. And I was like, oh, it's wavy and stuff. But I was like, damn, another bitch move probably, because I'm not really making anything happen. I'm just like hesitating a bit. Right. And I was like, oh, my friend, she has long hair like you. I kept mentioning other girls. And then so I think she got kind of upset about that.
And wait, so,
and then as she was,
hold on. And so, wait, what happened at the end, though? Because what's going on? Because, like, okay, what happened at the end of all of this? Did you get to hit? Did y'all kiss? Like, what's going on?
Okay, yeah. So at the end, pretty much what happened is I told her to select another movie, and then as we were selecting, she paused and she's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go finish my homework, so I'm kicking you out. So I was like, oh fuck! In my head, I'm like, shit. What did I do wrong? I'm on her bed. Like, I thought we were vibing each other out and stuff.
Right.
And she was like, okay, so just get out. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I played it cool. I didn't like say, oh, why not? But
right.
I just played it cool, and I just went to my other room because my room's right across from her. But she did kick me out, and I felt like it was something I said. So maybe you can assess and figure out what happened, man.
Right. Well, this is the thing, man. This is the thing. One, right, is that you gotta understand that I'm fucking laughing at these comments. So pardon me. They talking a whole bunch. They saying you need to get to the point. It's like you bored her with your storytelling. But no. But this is the real shit though.
Probably.
No, but this is the real shit though. One, you were worried too much about shit that don't matter. Meaning, you were talking about the movie, or I don't like this movie, change this movie, or this is a movie I already saw, and you're talking about a whole bunch of irrelevant shit. You feel what I'm saying? And so the thing is that a lot of times when guys get in situations like that, because you're already in her room, you got chilling on the bed or whatever, you got the lights low, whatever, and all this other shit, right? So now, a lot of times, all you need to do is that you need to start speaking with your body. You understand? Like, at this point, you didn't even really have to say nothing to her. While she's laying on her stomach, you understand? You could just start feeling her up. Take your hand, start feeling up her leg, put your hand around her, get close to her while you're watching the movie, start touching her as you're watching the movie. You feel what I'm saying? And then so as you start touching her, she'll start to, feel the get all hype because you got your hand all up on her ass, or, you're touching her on the back or whatever, right? So the thing is that you probably were talking too much, or, having too much conversation when you should have been having more. Your body language should have been more important, or you moving with your body. Like, it's almost like when you're at a club, it's so loud, all you have to do is grab the girl and dance with her, because that's really mostly what you can do, because it's so loud and crowded. You ain't got time to just stand there and have a conversation. So your bodies are doing the talking. You feel what I'm saying? You were already in the room. She was already laying on the bed. All you had to do was start touching her and feeling her up and start kissing her on her neck, doing all this other shit. And then y'all would have probably started making out, and then shit would have got, you understand what I'm saying? But you were talking about, the movie, and, I already saw this movie before. Like, the movie doesn't really matter. You see what I'm saying? Because you're not up there to watch the movie. You're up there to try to smash. So what are you talking about the movie? You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, a lot of times it's more so like less is more. You don't have to really keep yapping and talking. Because while I'm hearing you talk about the story, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, damn, this guy's putting in so much detail, and you're talking about all the stuff you're talking about, and she's already inviting you up to the room. You put the movie in, you got the lights low, and so you got caught off or thrown off by her telling you to keep a light on, or telling you were saying come here and she didn't come there, so you started getting thrown off, and then that got you talking more instead of just doing more. It got you talking more instead of just actually feeling her up, feeling the vibe and making that shit go down. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is that the chick,
fuck, man,
right? So she invited you up to the room, and all you had to really do was really finesse it as far as creating the situation and creating sexual tension through your touch. You see what I'm saying?
I see.
So that's what I'm saying. So you got to feel the vibe a little bit more better. And also, I think what's happening with you is that you're worrying, you're thinking too much of what to do, and you're overthinking the situation instead of just sort of doing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like she's laying on the bed. All you got to do is start doing shit. Now, let's say if you started touching her and trying to do stuff, and then she was like moving your hand away or telling you to stop and all that other shit, then that would show you that she's not really trying to do nothing and she's playing games or whatever. Then you'd be like, all right, I'm about to bounce and just walk out or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? But the thing is that she was sitting there and she's sort of like chilling and waiting, and all you have to do is sort of like, move it along with your the touching and all that other shit. You see what I'm saying?
I see.
Yeah, so don't worry about all that extra shit. Don't worry about all that, like, because I'm like, you talking about, the movie, I already saw this movie and all this other. In fact, it's better that you already seen the movie, so you ain't got to pay attention to it, because you already done seen it. Now you paying attention to her. You pay more attention to her. You feel what I mean?
Shit, dude. I fucked up bad.
And the thing is, she's probably sitting there thinking, what is this guy doing? You feel what I'm saying? Like, what do we, you know what I mean? Because girls, they're going to be very passive aggressive, so they're going to only do so much. You feel what I'm saying? And then so you have to sort of finish it up. You feel what I mean?
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. So I'm pretty much in the friend zone now, right?
I mean, it's, I wouldn't say you're all the way in a friend zone, you know what I mean? Like, I would say that if you do chill with her again in that situation, right? You want to make sure you're doing more than do more shit than saying. Like, you understand? Like, do more as far as, like, let's say, for example, y'all chilling, somewhere in a kitchen or whatever, y'all drinking or whatever. Instead of talking about a whole bunch of shit, just walk up close to her, put your arm around her, and you can, say little things here and there, but just start kissing her, grab her and start kissing her. You see what I mean? So a lot of times it's, when you guys get in those situations where you're in close proximity with a chick where sex can happen, just let the sex happen. You feel what I'm saying? Don't talk yourself out the shit and talk about a whole bunch of shit. You know what I mean? Because the talking sometimes is a thing that can, you'll talk yourself out of the pussy. You feel what I'm saying?
Fuck, man. So shit, you're so right.
So next time just keep that shit on some, like, you gotta feel the vibe, man. And this is what we talk. This is the title of the show. You gotta know how to read the women. See, you weren't reading the situation right. You understand? You were in a situation, and you up there in there where she put the movie on, right? And you thinking it's about the movie. You feel what I'm saying? You're talking about, I saw this before. Why are we watching this? Like, what do you mean? Which is taking you out of the whole situation, because she's probably thinking, this guy's really trying to watch a movie when I'm trying to get my back blown out, and he's really trying to watch a movie. That's, you understand what I'm saying? It's like, because to her, it seemed like you ain't know what you was doing. You feel what I'm saying? It's the equivalent of you taking a girl back to your place. She comes into your room and you trying to kiss her and shit, and she's like, oh, I don't know about this. And you're thinking, why the fuck this chick come over my house? Like, why she ain't trying to do nothing? Why is she here? What is wrong with her? What is she doing? Same thing. She's like, why is this guy in my room talking about the goddamn movie? Why isn't he fucking, doing what we should be doing, which is making shit pop? Like, and now she's like, all right, get out. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck you doing? It's over. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
no, she got turned off, so she took me out.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So
Fuck.
you got to know how to move in those situations. You see what I'm saying? So that's all it is, bro.
Damn, women are so sensitive, man. Shit. You gotta be on point, man. That's why I fuck with you, man. Shit.
I'm telling you. Oh man, all right, bro. So keep me posted, man. If you fuck with the chick again, you feel me?
For sure, man. I've definitely gotta sign up for the Bad Boy Show.
Yeah, man. Sign up for the Patreon. Sign up for the Bad Boy membership, all that shit, bro. All right.
All right, got you. Have a good one, man.
All right, bro. Peace.
Later.
Yeah, man. It's too much of that talking, because you seen how he was telling the story. He was going in with the details heavy. He was like, yeah, we went up, and then I was like, put on the movie, and he was like, okay, maybe if it's not the Bride of Chucky, make sure you don't do that. And I'm like, dude, gotta get to it, man. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, man, it's that nigga you had on crazy than a motherfucker, man. The dude that went over to the chick house with the movies and shit, man. Did you pay him to call it? I just wanted to call and ask you, was that for real?
No, that's some real shit. I'm like, yo, and you see, I was trying not to.
Yo,
like, I'm looking at the comments in the chat.
I had to call you back a second time. I had already talked to you, but I said no. I said, no, Locario, he trying to give us something to laugh about. That shit is not for real. Like, that's like somebody actually got invited over to a crib spot, and she put in a corny movie, and he didn't catch on to the fact, like, it ain't about the movie, it's about y'all.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, dude was saying, yo, he's like, yo, I already watched this movie. We should put on something. I'm like, dude, it's not about the movie. What are you doing? I'm like, yo. I'm like, shorty's on the bed chilling.
Man, we was in the chat like we was in the chat like, kick this nigga off the show, man. No disrespect, dude, but you, man, I hope you were just playing, man. Shit.
Oh man, that shit was too funny.
Like the fuck is he talking about, man? And, she got. I don't want to watch shit. I already seen that movie, and I know she was. Before you even said it, I was thinking the same thing before you said. I said she's thinking like, this nigga here, man, he really over here about the movie. This man really, like, the fuck is wrong with this man, man? But I ain't gonna hold you up, man. I know you got folks calling in, man. I just had to call you to see if that shit was for real, man.
Nah, that shit was hilarious, man.
Just tell him forget about her. She's done. She doesn't want nothing else to do with him.
Right.
She don't want to see you no more.
Right.
It's over with. You can't even be her play cousin. It's over with. And I think she's too embarrassed to even tell her friends she invited you over and you did that shit.
Right, exactly.
So you ain't got to worry about her telling nobody.
Right.
Just delete her number. Don't call her phone no more.
Mm-hmm.
And don't holler at anybody that you know her, or if you stay on the same street as she do, move.
Right.
Move. Go. In fact, if you're thinking about doing that shit again, fuck women. Just go MGTOW. It ain't for you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Nah, real shit.
That was some MGTOW shit he did there, man. He went over there.
Yeah, he definitely went his own way. He was going his own way, for real, for real. He was like, fuck this.
He was going his own way. He said, fuck these bitches. This is all about me, the popcorn in the movie. Fuck you, bitch.
Exactly.
Even though you invited me over here, fuck you. Even though you want to give me the pussy out of everybody else, fuck you. Even when you offer it, I'm going to reject you. If you see what it feel like.
That shit too funny. You see how much detail he went with the shit. I was like, God damn.
Man, that man wrote like a 12-page essay.
He said everything. I was like
about any and everything. I was waiting for the question. I thought he was gonna come with a real question, like, yo.
Nah, because you know what's funny? Because he had me going, because it was like when he first called, it was like for a minute. He said I'm a get to the point because I know you got other callers. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then he started going. He's like, yeah. So then after that, I was at the beach, and then I got a call, and then the guy said I got the job, and then after that, I looked at the sun, and I knew it was like noon, and I'm like, dude, we don't need all these details though. He could have, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I want to? You know what I want to find out is I just wanted to know what he said to get her to pay him attention to begin with. Because if you that terrible at the crib with her,
right?
I know your introduction could have. I don't know what the fuck he could have possibly said. I don't know if he caught her in an extremely desperate moment.
Right.
Maybe she was drunk and met him at the club and thought he was a celebrity when he wasn't. I don't know what the scenario was with that led up to that.
Right.
But I'm like, damn, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to actually salute her for kicking him the fuck out the crib because she should have really kicked him out earlier. But she was nice enough. She said, you know, I'm gonna switch the movie for him. You know, maybe he got to get his juices going. You know, let me. You know, maybe he'll figure out. Maybe he's just playing with me right now. Maybe he just giving me a little lame joke or something. He think it's funny, so I'm gonna switch the movie so he can quit telling corny jokes.
That's funny.
He switched that damn movie, man, and this man still talking about Bride of Chucky and everything else.
Right.
And so she's like, nigga, I got homework, goddammit. I forgot. My cat died. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. It's coming back to
That's
me.
funny.
The memories are coming back. Get the fuck out. You remind me of my cat. Get the fuck out.
That's funny, man. That shit too funny, bro.
Alright, man. I'm gonna make sure I go out tomorrow and I'm gonna give these cars out and I'm gonna meet these hoes again and I'm gonna do everything exactly
I feel you, bro.
You know, because when bitches invited me to the crib, I got close and I touched on them and they went to the next level.
Exactly. That's all he had to do.
Too, but
that's all he had to do. He should have just kept that going with the touching and the feeling and it would have went down. But you know.
Yeah, I could see if he tried to touch her and she was like, stop. Then I'll be like, okay, I'll pause for a minute because she said stop.
Right.
And I'll wait and see, and I might try it again, and she'd be like, no, for real. Then I would do what Locario said. I would get the fuck up and leave. Because I'm like, man, because matter of fact, that happened to me before. I went over to the crib, and, you know, she invited me there. And she putting in Get Rich or Die Trying 50 Cent. I'm like, oh, here we go with this fuck shit.
Right.
So I'm sitting up here saying, I was like, I'll pretend to watch this till we get the fucking. I was like, let me warm up away and drink my beer. So I'm sitting next to her, and I get to like rubbing on her ass and shit, and she's just like, no, don't stop rubbing on my ass. So I'm like, what the hell? So I try again. She's like, oh, quit rubbing on my ass. So after the second time, I was done. I'm like, okay, let me figure the politest way, because I wanted to get the fuck up then, and I should have just walked off. I wanted to be a little polite about it. I was like, let me find the politest way to just get the fuck out of her crib and live. But either way it goes, I didn't give it no more than 10 seconds. I got the fuck out and I left and I deleted her number. I never called her again. I never spoke to her. It was it. I don't even remember her name. I just remember the situation. But if he would at least did that and she would acted that way, I would have been, you know, with him a little bit. But talking about you ain't even try. You just watching the movie. You talking about why you switched the movie up and. Yeah, it's clear. I already know that girl was looking at you like, dude, what? You never dealt with a woman before? She probably thought he was gay. I ain't gonna lie, she probably thought he was gay too. Because only a dude that's really extremely new to it, or just don't like women. She probably thought like, man, this man don't like me. He's trying to use me to cover up his homosexuality.
Right.
He's trying to cover up what he really like. He just want to hang out with me so people think he's straight.
Right.
It's probably what she thought. It's probably like, man, you ain't about to use me for my free movies, and you know, to be covering up what you really do out here. Get the fuck out of my crib. But that's it, man. I'm gonna keep talking, man.
Right,
he should have been on Steve the Dean show, so he really could have got cut out.
Oh man, you know Steve would have roasted him heavy. That would have been hilarious.
You know Steve rude as fuck anyway. He really would have been kicked out, man. But I'm gonna get out here, man, and give you back your show. People
all right, bro. Thanks for calling me, y'all. That shit crazy. Oh man, y'all dudes got me up at 2:15 in the morning. Oh, that shit was too funny. That shit was so funny. Oh man. See, I'm just such a nice guy, man. That's my problem. I be letting dudes rock heavy all day. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Hey, what up, look, this is James. How's it going?
What's going on, bro? What's up with you?
Alright. Oh man, y'all still got me dying and everything. Oh man, but like I'm gonna ask my own questions though.
Yeah.
Alright, so like I approach women at this university that I like live near. But the like question is like I don't go there, so like won't it be kind of weird to like, you know what I'm saying, like approach women there when I don't go there?
So you're saying is it weird to approach women at some college that you don't go to?
Yeah, because the thing is like, say if I like meet girl and then I like go to approach other girls, and like let's say if one of them see me, is it like isn't that kind of shooting myself in the foot?
Nah, I mean, look, if you approach a chick, you know, at a college or you're around a college, you know, you can do that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But if another chick see you approaching a chick, it don't really even matter because you don't owe these chicks nothing. You ain't with this other girl. You understand what I'm saying? Like you just doing your thing.
Right.
So you know, don't worry about. Yeah, you ain't got to worry about like if you know if some other chick see you or you know if you at a college and something. You know, if you walking through. You understand? And you see a chick and you want to holler at her. It don't make a difference. You know what I'm saying? You guys got to stop, you know, caring about what other motherfuckers think about you. You know what I mean? Like, it don't matter.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, but won't she like think, oh, like he just wants to like talk to every girl? Like I'm like saying like if like say I approach a girl and then like 10 minutes later I'm like talking to some other chick and like this other chick just like happens to see me. You know what I mean? Like isn't that kind of like won't that turn her off in a way?
No, look, this is the thing. If you approaching chicks, right, and you're talking to one girl and then let's say you talk to another girl and then that other girl sees you and all that other shit, it does not matter because the thing is, the only time this is what happens. The only time when you are, let's say you at a club or at a party or whatever, and let's say if you talk to a girl that's standing like right in front of you, and then you talk to another girl who's literally next to her, you feel what I'm saying? Then that's a different story because now it's like damn, you just going from girl to girl right in front of us, and you know chicks they want to feel special and all that other bullshit. So they're going to probably be, you know, the first girl's going to be, you know, looking at you weird or whatever, right? But if you talking to a chick here and then 10 minutes later you talking to another girl and that other girl just walks by and sees you talking to the other chick, it don't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just doing your thing. You see what I mean? Like you don't owe any of these chicks nothing. None of these girls are your girlfriend. None of these girls are your wife. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no monogamous relationship with none of these chicks. You feel what I'm saying? That first girl you talk to, you know, you don't owe her shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because that, you know, it's not like it's like this. Like think about like if you you know fucking when you talk to a chick, right? They don't owe you like you know like you don't like they don't owe you anything. Like they don't owe you to, you know, like they don't have to talk to you. They don't have to stop. They don't have to, you understand what I'm saying? Like they don't owe you nothing and you don't owe them nothing. You feel what I mean? It's just a clean slate. Y'all just chilling, doing y'all thing. You feel what I mean? Like you ain't gotta be on that type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? So you know.
All right, cool.
But yeah, don't worry about that shit.
And my last question is like, for some reason, like I have this fear of like, you know what I mean? Like, when I talk to a chick, and like out of nowhere, like her like boyfriend comes up out of nowhere. But like I don't want to be like, you know, talking to no Simpson's girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, basically, like, how do you handle like other Simps? You know, or like, how do you handle other men that like come up out of nowhere when you're talking to some chick?
Right. So all you gotta do is just be like, yo, what's up, man? How you doing? Look, my bad, I didn't know that was your girl. You know, you a lucky man, give him a pound, and you just keep that shit moving. Be like, yo, I'm out. And that's it. You ain't got to fucking, you know, because you're going to have dudes who are super simps. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they'll try to get all up in your face. You feel what I mean? But most dudes ain't going to be like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Most dudes, if they see you talking to their girl, they'll just roll up and be like, hey, what's up? And then you be like, oh, yeah, you know, my bad, blah, blah, blah. And then you keep that shit moving. Now, if it do get all up in your face and try to do something to you, then you got to defend yourself. You feel what I'm saying? But most of the time, you know, those dudes aren't going to really, like, do that, and usually it's some of the girls will let you know that they got a man and that he's coming through. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, so sometimes they'll let you know, and you'll be like, all right, cool, well, have a good day, so you don't even have to worry about that. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if she,
all right, cool,
right? So, but if she doesn't let you know she got a man, you feel what I'm saying? Then, you know, it is what it is. The guy will come up, and then you just, you know, keep that shit cordial. A lot of times, as long as you keep shit cool, the other person will keep shit cool. You understand? So don't worry about that shit. You feel what I mean?
So you kind of play it off in a way. Well, like not like play it off, but like maintain your confidence. So
I just acknowledge the dude. I'll be like, oh, that's, you know, be like, yo, what up? Oh, my bad, I didn't know she had a man, you know, and then that's it. You understand? And then you just keep that shit moving.
Okay.
That's what you got to do. You feel what I'm saying? That's all you got to do, bro.
All right, and then and I have one last question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So like I've been talking to chicks on like Tinder, but like I would send them the first message and.
Go ahead.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
So basically, long story short, like I would send like a flirty first message, and then out of nowhere, like when I would check to see if they read the message, they would basically delete my shit.
Oh, so you saying they would unmatch you?
Yeah.
And what message would you send them?
I mean, let's say if it's like a girl I like find attractive, I'll just be like, oh, you have smooth skin, whatever, blah blah blah. Like I'll like to rub my hands through them, or like or whatever, just some like dumb shit. Like I would say that.
So you
like,
say
I was about to say that.
So you say I want to rub my hands through your skin, or on your smooth skin? That's what you would say?
Yeah.
That's why that's why they imagine you, man. Because you talking about I want to rub my hands through your skin and I want to fucking caress your ass on, you know, like nah, bro. You can't be doing that shit. Look, if you're on Tinder, right? Oh man, you know what you want to do is you want to send them a message that's gonna have them have to answer you. So something with a question. You feel what I'm saying? So even if you're gonna say something about like their you know, their looks or whatever, you or like something like that, you could sort of smooth it out in a way where you could say some shit like, you know, hey, you know, you got a very like interesting look. I would love to get together and, you know, do some interesting things with you. So when are you free so we can get together or something? You understand? So you're asking her when is she free so y'all can get together to get, you know, do something. You understand? But the thing is that a lot of times when you're on those online sites and your messages or on your first message is just extremely sexual, you feel what I'm saying? Unless that girl sees you as the type of guy she, like, you know, would see as somebody she wants to have sex with, like she's sexually attracted to you just physically, a lot of times it's not going to go well. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
wait, so like, because like I've heard people say that before. They
Oh, say it again. You're breaking up. What you say?
Oh, my bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Alright, so like I basically heard like, you know, my friends say that before. So like what was the problem when I said it?
You said your friend said the same thing you said about wanting to run his hands through her smooth skin and all that other shit?
Yeah, like something close to that, but yeah, basically.
Well, like I said,
so like
I said, that girl who he sent that to, that worked on, right? That was probably because she saw him and was probably sexually attracted to your friend. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, that it can, I'm not saying that it won't ever work. I'm just saying that based off of how that woman views you, it's going, because like, let's say for example, you're not her physical type, right?
Right.
And so you send her that message, and she sort of like, you know, looks at it and she's like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, if you can match with a chick on Tinder, but she's not seeing you, or she's not looking at you as just a sex object. You understand what I'm saying? She might have matched with you and said, oh, this guy seems really cool. He seems like the type of guy I can go on a date and get to know. And then you're like, hey, baby, I want to rub my hands all over your smooth ass and all that other shit. And she's like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Because she didn't see you like that. You feel what I'm saying? So, so what I'm saying is that there would need to be a woman who sees you like that in order for that to work. But the thing you got to understand is that a lot of those type of messages, when it's extremely sexual, is not going to work on average that quickly, because these chicks on Tinder or even any other site, a lot of times they already have a reflex response to messages like that. You see what I'm saying? So even because I've done messages like that too, where I would say something that had to do with sex or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Like some sexual shit. And some of the girls would respond to me and be like, "Oh, you're so disgusting." And do you say that to all women, or does this work when you say that, blah blah blah. So I was getting responses, so I was able to, play off of that, and still some of them I got their numbers or whatever like that. But what I'm saying is that especially with Tinder is easy, because those things I was doing was on OkCupid, but on Tinder is easy for motherfuckers to unmatch you. You feel what I'm saying? So she'll see that and she'll be like, okay, I'm unmatching this dude. So if you're doing that to a lot of different women, there's going to be a lot of women that's going to unmatch you. So you probably have to match with maybe, like, let's say if you matched with like 30 girls or 40 girls, out of those 30 or 40 girls, maybe one or two might be receptive to that. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, in general, you're going to get a lot of chicks either ignoring that message or unmatching, or they might respond and say, what the fuck is this about? You understand? So what I'm saying is that just in general, right? When you're responding to chicks on Tinder or whatever, say something that's going to be able to catch their eye, but also be able to be something that they can respond to where you can build off of that. Because the thing with online dating is that chicks are, they're like extremely picky. You feel what I'm saying? They're looking for stuff that you're doing to be able to dismiss you, or to like delete you, or to not respond to you. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times,
so like basically like don't come on too strong.
Yeah, at first, yeah, definitely. Like, at first, like the first message, you want the first message to be something that's eye-catching, but if it has to do with sex, a lot of them are just going to write it off, all of a sudden, just automatically, because they're like, oh, this guy just wants to hook up, or he just wants to have sex, and I'm not going to respond to him. You see what I'm saying? And again, they're going to only respond to that in a lot of cases if they're looking at you as their, sexual type, meaning she probably matched with you or swiped with you, with the thought process of seeing you as that type of dude who is, the guy that she sees as sexually attractive, and she would just like want to hook up with you. You see what I'm saying? So if the girl actually wants to hook up with you, that message could work, right? But most of the girls aren't going to be going into it necessarily, just thinking that. You see what I'm saying? Or if they are thinking that, they're thinking that with their particular type of guy that they think or they see that way. And you could be that guy, but it all depends on the girl you match with. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
All right, cool. Appreciate it. Like, actually, I'm like glad, because I was saying, what the fuck, but hey, you like cleared it up for me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So just try out some different shit. You know what I'm saying? And just keep that shit going. Just try out some different shit to get the attention. Once she starts responding, then you just set something up, and then once you're in front of her, and you're talking to her, and you know, you guys are like in her bedroom or you're in your bedroom, then you could talk all that. I'm gonna rub my hands on your ass and smooth skin and all that other type of shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know.
Cool. Got you. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, man. I'm gonna let you.
All right. Take it.
Ooh. All right, people. It is fucking 2:30 in the morning, so I'm about to head out. I'm gonna take this one last call. This is the last call I'm taking for tonight. What up? Who's this? What's going on?
Hello.
Yo, what up? What's going on? Who's this?
Hey, how you doing?
Your phone is mad low. Can you speak up a little? I can't hear a word you're saying. What's going on? Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit better. All right, so what's going on?
No problem, man. No problem. I like some of the stuff you do, and I like some of the stuff you don't do. Now, as far as like the part I like about is like you help guys out, as far as like try to help them, like if a girl like you, they feeling you good or not. I really like that part, though, and I can respect that. And the part I don't like is like I got a question. Like I see that you have like like a Bad Boy membership. And my question is this, like, you give out good information, but like, why do you charge money for guys to go to Bad Boy membership?
You said, why do I charge money?
Yeah.
Because I gotta pay bills. That's why I charge money.
I gotta pay bills too.
Right.
I gotta pay bills too. Though.
Right, and so when you go to work, do you get paid?
Yeah.
Right. So what do you think this is? This is work.
So you do this okay. So
Yeah.
You do all this so you get money from this?
Yes. This is my job. This is what I do.
Okay. So I can get the same information from my family to do the same thing what you're doing for free, though.
You say you could get the same information from who?
From my family, friends, anybody else?
From your family and friends, really?
Yeah, or somebody I know.
So So how would you get the same information that I'm giving from your family and friends?
Okay, I'll put it like this. If I'm I'm not the type of person. I don't have a problem like talking to women if a woman don't want to talk to me. I just keep it moving though. So. But basically what I'm saying, like, the same information you give them, like, I hear other, people do the same thing, but not exactly what you do. Like, for example, like, if a person don't have confidence, like, talking to a woman, they just need to, like you said, get off their ass and start talking to women. And, I have friends who will say that to somebody that don't have no confidence, same information. I mean, some things is just, like, how can I say it? Some things are just, you have to, stop being afraid of. So,
right, but this is what I'm saying, though. You're saying that the same information that I'm giving, you can get from your family and friends, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right, which is incorrect. You see what I'm saying?
And how's that incorrect? I want to hear this.
Right. So if you go up to your family and friends, right? And you say, hey, I want to like learn the game when it comes to dating and relationships and how to get girls and all this other stuff, right? So now, if your boy says, just be, go be confident and go talk to the girls, right? So you say, okay, I'm gonna go and talk to the girls. Then you're gonna say, okay, what do I do if a girl says this or does that, right? Then you go up to your friend and family and say, okay, what do I do if the girl says this or says that or this happens, right? Then they're going to be like, well, I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? And it's so...
let me get... okay. Yeah, I ain't going to cut you off. Go ahead, continue.
Right, so what I'm saying is that a person thinks they know certain things, right? But they're not going to really know because they're not in the situation. They're not in the game. They have not studied for years to have the information to give you. You see what I'm saying? So it's like me saying, it's like somebody saying to me, well, you can just like, I can go to my family and friends to learn how to do open heart surgery. You feel what I'm saying? So they can.
Yeah. I understand to a point what you're saying, but like, so what you're saying is you have all the answers. That's what you're saying. You have all the answers. You know
I'm saying that I have answers that your family and friends don't. You see what I'm saying?
I understand to a point.
It's like this.
Okay.
It's like this. If you say like for example, your family and friends could say, hey, where do I meet women? Or you could say to family and friends, hey, where should I meet women? Your family might say, oh, go to the club, go to the bar, go to this party. So you go to the party, and then you say, okay, I'm at the party. Now, how do I talk to them? Your family and friends don't have experience going out and approaching women. Do you understand that?
I'm a little bit confused. Okay. All right. I'll put you like this.
All right, so wait, let me ask you this. Name some. Let's say you have do you have a brother?
Yeah, I have a brother. I have an uncle.
Right.
Yeah.
And how much women did your brother sleep with in his life?
How many? I say about 40.
About 4?
40.
About 40. Okay. So there's a dating coach. I can't remember his exact name. And I remember my dude Alan Roger Curry talking about him, and the guy basically said that unless a guy has slept with over 100 women, he should not be teaching other men about how to get women. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is that you have to be at a certain skill level in order to be able to teach other people how to do certain things. Do you see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that what you're trying to say is you're trying to say that what I'm doing anybody could do. You feel what I'm saying? Which is incorrect. And this is why.
I put it like this.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of I'll say this though. I say this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of I'm not a subscriber to your channel. I just look at it. I might see a video. I might like it too here and there. But a lot of your subscribers, a lot of the guys, they don't have a lot of experience with women. Is that true or not?
Mm. Say that again?
I say a lot of your subscribers, they don't have a lot of experience with women, right?
No, some have experience, some don't.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't see what's the problem in talking to a woman for me. I don't see what's the problem with it. If they don't like me, I go on about my business.
Right, but see, but this is the thing. The game isn't just about talking to women. You see what I'm saying? I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Like, having sex with them. I get all that. No, it's not. That's what I'm saying. It's not about just talking to women and having sex with women. See, that's the part you're not understanding.
Okay, go ahead.
You see what I'm saying?
Yourself.
Because
I might be misunderstood. Go ahead.
Right. So what you got to understand is that the game is about you. And I've said this a million times. This is the stuff that I talk about. The game is about you understanding yourself and having a situation where you are improving yourself and upgrading yourself in all aspects of your life. And women are part of that. You understand? They're part of the game. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just about you going up and going and talking to some woman. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that has to go along with this. So this is about you interacting with women in a way that's going to be beneficial to your life. Because you could go up and talk to a woman, get with her, and she could basically, play you to the point where she takes all your money, to the point where she tricks you into getting her pregnant, to the point where she, does all this crazy shit. That's what I'm trying to say. So the thing is that you have to learn how to move in the game so you don't get fucked up in the game. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I'll tell you. I'm gonna ask you a question. Are you married?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. From my teenage years, I've seen people like what you said. Like, you gotta watch out for like women trying to, like you said, watch out for pregnancy, all that stuff. I'm 27 years old. I don't have any children, and I don't want none right now because I really can't afford to really take care of no other kid. I'm trying to take care of myself. So.
Right.
And I had another question to ask you. I lost my train of thought. And you said something about like playing using men for money and all that stuff. Shoot, I learned that since my teenage years. That won't happen.
Wait, what happened? Say it again.
I said I learned that from my teenage years about women playing you for money.
Right.
I learned that from my teenage years.
So my question to you is this: if you have a man who hasn't learned certain things about women and the game and getting girls, all this other stuff, do you think that it will be beneficial for them to learn about it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so then so what are you talking about then? So because you're saying, why am I doing this, or why am I charging people to get the information? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I see your point, but the reason I said that because it's like I use this for this other example. Okay, since you charge the people to get advice and everything, is it okay if somebody charge somebody for sex?
If somebody charge somebody for what?
For sex.
There's people charge people for sex. So what do you think prostitutes do? You know what I'm saying? But how are you? How are you equating? How are you equating charging for sex? Hold on, wait. How are you equating charging for sex to charging for information?
They charge for sex for desperate men that really need it that bad.
Say that again.
I said they charge for sex because they get desperate men for doing that.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with charging for information?
Because, if a person charges for sex, then you can just refuse that offer and find, somebody that would like to do it for free. And for information, like some information, you can just, you talk to somebody, they give you advice, and you just, take it, I don't know. It's just like
you ever heard? Wait. You ever heard of the saying "you get what you pay for"?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard that old saying. Yeah.
Right. So what you're saying is because you're like, well, I can go to my family and get some information about women for free. So yeah, you're gonna get information, but you're only what is the information you're really getting? You see what I'm saying? That's going to actually help you.
Not only I get information from my family, from my friends. I get information from people that have experience, and I'm not knocking you down. I just disagree. Like you just charging people. That's all.
You say you disagree with what?
I disagree with you. You just charging men that they can just talk to somebody that in person. Hey, I don't have confidence.
So my question is, hold on, wait. My question is this. Hold on, wait. My question is this: if you're on a live stream for almost 3 hours, right? And every day you wake up and you create videos, you film them, you edit them, you also respond to emails, you write books, you work 19 or 20 hours a day. Would you not want to get paid for that?
What I would like to get, if I already got a job, I ain't got to worry about it.
No, but this is what I'm saying. This is my point. How are you going to do all of that if you have a job? That means you can't have a job because this would be your job. And then therefore you would need to get paid for your job, right?
So what you're saying is this the only job you have you do just to
yes, this is what I'm trying to explain to you. This is my job. This is my full-time job.
Okay. I want to ask you this though. I'm not trying to get too personal about your business and everything. I don't need to know and everything. But how come you don't? Do you do things outside of this dating thing?
Do I do what?
Do you do other things besides this dating thing?
As far as like coaching and stuff?
Yeah.
No, this is all I do. This is the main thing I do. Y'all in the chat room asking why am I explaining? I'm explaining this because it's fun. But yeah, this is all I do.
Okay, because like the reason why I asked all this because my friend, my friend Rodney, he don't have confidence in women. He told me to look you up, and I like some of your videos here and there. Though it's just that it's just for me. I can't pay for nobody for information, something like that. I never had a problem with doing certain things like what you
right, and that's the thing. You don't. And this is the thing. This is the thing.
Bro.
This is the thing. You don't have to pay for anything, bro. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You see what I'm saying? Because this is the thing. If you are having issues with women, right? And you need help with those issues, right? And you actually want to step your game up, right? Then you're going to pay for information to actually step your game up, because you got to understand something. There's a psychological thing that goes with this. You understand? Because this is the thing. And first of all, I give out mad content for free. That's one, right? And two, what happens is that you paying for information or paying for content, that's you on a psychological level saying, I'm trying to get better. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I'm willing to do something extra to get something extra. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you don't want to pay, that's cool, but you're going to stay at a certain level. You understand? That's how it works. You understand? So that's what I'm saying. You don't have to do anything, but you got to understand that where you're going to be at is based off of how you think and how you go about this shit. You see what I'm saying?
To a point though. I don't know. To a point.
See, that's what I'm saying. You don't see. You're not seeing the game here. You don't understand the game. You see what I'm saying? Because the game is reciprocal, right? In order for you to get certain information, you have to give something. You either have to give attention or you have to give some monetary gain. Meaning you can watch these the free videos all day, but guess what? You're still giving your attention to the free videos. You feel what I'm saying? So you're giving something. So if you want to learn further or want to step up your game, right? Then you give money to get the extra stuff, to get the exclusive stuff. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing that you're thinking the free stuff is the same as the thing you're paying for. You're thinking that your family and friends that's going to give you that information about women is the same as the thing you're going to pay for, which it's not. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's a totally different thing.
It sounds like you think you know everything about women, though.
Who said I know everything about women? That's what you think. You think I know everything about women. You see what I'm saying? That's why you're saying that.
No. I'm not mad at them. I'm just trying to. I mean, I understand some of the stuff you're saying. Maybe some of the stuff I don't understand. Maybe because I'm not a bad boy. I just, my friend just told me about you. I just looked at one of your videos.
Mm-hmm.
And, so he told me about it. So I just wanted to call and, have a little conversation with him.
All right. Okay. You got any more? You got any more questions?
I ain't saying I'm jealous, nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, I did YouTube myself, though. I mean, I really don't care about the money.
You say you don't care about what?
It don't matter.
You said what?
No. I said I did YouTube myself before.
And what did you do on YouTube?
I was talking about providers like cell phones and like cable providers, stuff like that, about internet usage, stuff like that.
And you still do it?
I used to, then I stopped it because I work too much.
Okay, and would you rather be doing that?
Yeah, I guess.
So why not? Why aren't you doing it?
Well, I have to work and I have to support myself. I don't live with my parents anymore.
And so why can't and you work how many hours a day? How many hours a week you work?
I work about 70 hours a week.
You work about 70 hours a week. So like on an average day, what's your schedule? Like what is your schedule on Monday? From what time to what time?
I work from 6 a.m. Until around 8 o'clock.
Okay, so you work from 6 to 8, right? Let's say you get home at 9. You trying to tell me from 9 to the time you go to bed, you can't do the YouTube stuff you were doing?
I mean, I I used to do it a lot, and I decided not to do it no more. I mean, I have a life, so.
Right, but this is the stuff you said you wanted to do, though. So what I'm saying is, can't you, after work, spend an hour a day doing those videos or doing what you were doing?
Yeah, I mean, I can make time. I just don't make time like I used to.
But why not, though?
Well, you have a good question to say why not. I don't know. I used to do it, and my brother told me to do it more often, and I don't know.
And
That's a good question.
And this is what I'm saying. And if you were doing that, right, would you want to get paid to do that?
Well, I like to get paid to do. I mean, yeah, you know, if I get a small amount, I guess.
Right, and would you? And at some point, what if you were making enough money to where you could quit the job you're at now and then do that full time? Would you do that?
Would I do that from home? Yeah, but if I do that from home, don't you gotta pay like Uncle Sam some money for doing all that?
Yeah, taxes is just like you paying taxes at your regular job. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing. Like when you work in a job though, they take your taxes out automatic. But when you have your own business, you have to pay. I think at the end of the year, something like that.
Yeah, but you still, either way, you still paying taxes. My point is that if you could quit your job because you're making money doing the other thing you wanted to do, would you do it?
If I had it my way, yeah, I would.
Okay,
yeah.
So my question to you is, you basically said that you would be doing exactly what I would be doing. And you're asking me, why am I doing what I'm doing? Do you understand that?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I really see what you're saying. So
that's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
Say it like that. I apologize for that, man. You gotta forgive me about that, man.
Alright, I'm just trying to let you see what's going on. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see it now. I should never come off you like that. I came off you.
No, but this is what I want to explain to you, because I actually want you to understand. What I want you to but this is what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying though. This is what I'm saying. I just want you to understand is that the reason why you're even asking me these questions is because you're seeing me do what you would like to do, and you can do this. This is what I'm trying to say. You can do this shit. I don't understand why you're not, but you can do it. You understand? So you're wondering, why am I doing what I'm doing? Why is it that, I'm making money or doing the things that I want to do and making money off of it, while you're at the job that you would rather actually be somewhere else doing the things you want to do to make money? You see what I mean? Because the reason why I'm asking you these questions is because I was basically in the same position you were in. You see what I mean? Where I was working a job. I would rather have been doing, my videos and my articles and all this other stuff. So I said, you know what? After work, I'm going to put in some money and some time or whatever to do what I'm doing now. You understand? I'm going to keep it real with you. I literally just stopped working a few months ago. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what that means? So that means that, and I've been doing this for almost 10 years. So for the past 10 years, I've been working part-time and doing this also. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to explain to you. So what I'm trying to explain to you is that you could do the same shit too. The only reason why you're asking me these questions or coming up with these questions is because I think deep down you want to do this shit too. Not saying you want to do what I'm doing, but you want to do something else that you're not doing right now.
Right. Yeah. You're right. I would like to do what I do, and you see, I'm not trying to, put people down though, but they got some people on YouTube, they get collections and stuff, and they use it for the wrong reason. I'm not saying you're doing that, but
what's the wrong way? What's the wrong reasons though? What's the wrong reasons? What are the wrong reasons?
Well, I don't know if you know the YouTubers, it was just one YouTuber, Do you know this guy named Duke Jackson?
Who?
O'Shea Duke Jackson.
Yeah. That's my dude. I did a few shows with him. What's up with O'Shea
Yeah,
Duke?
I'm cool with him. I'm cool with him and everything. And he was talking about some YouTubers, they get donations for the wrong reasons. He's talking about this one white guy, I forgot his name was. He was asking people to buy him some ridiculous thing, and he could get it himself. Some kind of game or something. So, I mean, I just like, the people on YouTube, that really actually use the money to really benefit, their subscribers, though. Infinite. So.
Right, and I mean, everybody has their specific reasons why they do their own shit or whatever. You understand? But you got to understand that, whatever people are doing, they're working hard for what they're working on. Just like you're working hard at work, I'm sure, to get your paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Just like the other person on YouTube is working hard to get the donations, or they're working hard to, whatever it is they're trying to do. Now, whatever whatever, how they're doing it, I don't know how other people are doing it. You feel what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is this, man, right? You gotta focus more on yourself and getting more of what you're trying to do to happen, because right now, because they're saying it, I'm looking at the chat room and they're saying that you're sounding like a hater. You feel what I'm saying?
No, I'm not a hater. No, I'm not no hater.
That's what they're saying you're sounding like, though.
I'm not a hater, man. I'm not a hater. It's just that, okay, what it is, though, like, I don't like people, like, getting people money, and then they use it for the wrong reasons, like getting high with it, getting drunk with it.
But that's what I'm saying. That's their money, though. Like, if let's say if somebody is on YouTube and they're like, yo, they get YouTube money for ads or something like that, or maybe they sell a product or whatever, and let's say that people buy their product or whatever. If that person wants to use the money that those people gave them to drink and smoke and buy video games and throw it on strippers, that's their prerogative. Just like when you get a paycheck, you can spend the money on whatever you want to spend it on. You see what I'm saying? Because that's your money. You see what I mean?
And you got a good point about that. But like when I'm saying like this, like I'm not trying to bring religion up. You know how some of the pastors, they be telling people you got to pay, give them donations every day. They don't use it for what they're supposed to use it for. They use it for themselves. That's what I'm talking about.
Are you talking about if somebody says, hey, I want a donation, and then, they say it's a I want donations to build this house, and then they don't build the house, they go spend it on crack or something like that? You talking about that type of shit?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Right. Well, and that's something that they gotta fess up to and own up to, and you know what I'm saying? Like that's I understand, that aspect of it. You know what I mean? Like I understand not being down with that aspect of it, but the thing is, I'm just talking about you actually doing your thing, or other people doing their thing, and then you got to understand that people are doing their thing because they're actually trying to support themselves, support their family, support their, to do their stuff. You understand? So the thing is with me, I love every person that watches a video of my shit. You understand? I love you guys. Like, you have no idea. You feel what I'm saying? And the thing is, I'm giving the game out, and what's happening is, like I said, the game is reciprocal. I'm giving the game out, and they are giving me the attention. You understand? With these videos. Now, if they want to go further, I give the game out for a price, and then they give me money for the game. You see what I'm saying? And it's an even exchange. So nobody is getting cheated on or cheated out of whatever, or shitted on or nothing. You see what I'm saying? So that's all it is. You see what I mean? So
I completely understand. Hey, man, I'm not a hater, man. I'm not trying to, bash you, nothing like that. It ain't nothing like that, man. It's just, what I told you earlier about, how people, it's just, to me, I don't like dirty people. I'll put you like that. I don't like dirty people.
Right. And I feel you, bro. But yo, I'm about to head up out of here because this is going on. I'm up here 3 hours and shit. But yo, I appreciate the call, man. And I would suggest, dude, do your thing, man. Try to do your thing, because if you got other shit that that you want to do, or other shit that you would rather be doing, do that, man. You live one life, man. Don't you know what I'm saying? Don't let your shit pass you by thinking you can't do it or you ain't got enough time or whatever like that. So, make this shit go down. You feel me?
Okay. Before you go, there's two things I'm gonna say to you. Then I'm gonna get off the phone. You go on about your show and everything. Okay.
Right.
All right. There's one thing I want to say. God bless you. And the second thing I want to say, Tommy Sotomayor.
Okay. All right, bro. I'll let you later, man. Oh man, dudes is hilarious, man. Dudes is hilarious. But see, that's what happens, man. Cats, they that's that hater blood, because what happens is that they're not doing the things they want to do, and they see that you're doing the things you want to do, and then they're just like, you know what I'm saying? They get upset. You feel what I mean? Like, they get upset, and I'm like, dude, that's what I was asking them. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Would you rather be doing some other shit? And that's how this shit goes. But listen, it's fucking 3:00 in the morning, people. God damn. Shit. I'm looking tired of the motherfucker. But yo, listen, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I'm about to do some promoting to make some money, okay? Oh my god, this shit is so funny. Make sure you guys get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. The ebook, the hard copy, or the audiobook. Make sure you guys click the link below to get the 30-minute game sessions. Oh man, this is a very, very interesting show. This is probably like my favorite show of all time. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to the Patreon and make that shit happen. What else? And oh yeah, let me shout out all the people. You said niggas don't want to see Locario get money. Exactly, like dudes want me to be out on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Can a brother make some money? God damn. You know what I'm saying? Dudes is like, yo, why you be charging people for his stuff? I'm like, how I'm supposed to pay bills, bro? I gotta pay some bills somehow. You feel what I'm saying? I said he called in to say some dumb shit. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny, man. Chris L, you just came on, dude. We about to end this shit. We've been on this shit strong for 3 hours, bro. But we're going to do this again on Friday. I know how it goes. So I want to shout out to all the people who was tuning in, who we got in the chat room. Jermaine Jones, Killer Boy, Explode, Infinite Ism, Khalid, Hassan, Trav, Von D, Mr. Points Shooter 1. Who else we got up in here? Hamad, Invincible Shaolin, Jarara, Kanye Young, who else? AJ Johnson, Lance Rivera, Shaddy Ratty 922, Jervis Horton, Cobb 18, Jermaine Jones, I said that, Dre the Great, Female Pimp. What's going on? I ain't see Female Pimp in a while. What's popping with you? Jervis Horton. Who else we got up in here? I'm out this dry as a motherfucker. Shit. Who else we got up in here? The Islands Dryer. Got a lot of people up in this bitch, man. But I want to thank all of you guys for tuning in. Infinite, as you said, I don't be sleeping and shit. I know, right? Shit, I gotta go to sleep and shit. Fuck. Crazy. It's like I had a clown Pennywise calling. But yo, I appreciate all y'all, tuning in. Yes, I'm gonna be live on Friday. So make sure you tune in on Friday. And we'll make the shit happen. I should do like a challenge. I should do like a fucking 24-hour live stream one day. See how that works out. Like just straight 24 hours and shit. That shit will be fucking ridiculous. I don't think anyone has anyone done that? A 24-hour live stream on YouTube? Can that even happen? Is that feasible? To live stream for 24 hours? I don't know. We might have to do that challenge one day, but you know, we'll see who will be rocking with me for 24 hours. That'll be insane. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for listening, for watching. I will be back on Friday, and I will holler at you guys later. All right. Remember, people, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Later.